Look out! Oh!
Things they don't really mean, oh, you're only everything I ever dreamed.
Roxas does exist. His heart's inside my heart.
The other Twilight Town is just data.
So what will Elsa accept? Light or darkness? I know I want to know.
Well, good for you, but guess what? I won't let her fall to darkness.
This Keyblade.
Is that?
Mickey. You're too late.
Right, what was the request? Requested Vision 2.
World premiere. Washington, D.C., the most heavily protected city on Earth.
Within its limits, 177 foreign embassies, 550 elected officials, and 23,000 military personnel. In the event of an attack, critical personnel are evacuated, underground shelters open, while complex defense systems patrol the sky.
But nothing stopped the virus. 27 days after patient zero, Washington fell. It began with riots on K Street, then shootings in the National Mall. Troops withdrew to bunkers. Civilians were left in the streets.
America is on the brink of collapse. But some people have survived. Gardens grow on rooftops, their fences patrolled with rifles, in communities that live under constant siege. Survival has taken the form of urban warfare.
Centuries ago, on this very soil, brother fought brother, spilling blood to forge the United States. History is threatening to repeat itself.
Now, in the heat of summer, 6 months after the outbreak began, a remnant of a corrupt state lurks in the shadows, ready to engage in a new civil war.
Agents of the Division are the only ones standing against it.
But how do you save a nation when its enemies come from within?
Watch Subnautica trailer. At the moment, Quentin, I will, but at the moment I'm just doing games that were shown in the press conferences. Just while we wait, we're going to probably be going over to Bethesda in a bit, or going to a channel just going to screen it.
Matt, that crash site is just ahead.
Starts in half an hour. Yeah, I'll watch that at some point. A bit old though, that game, isn't it?
Duke, Kit, did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Closer this time.
Okay, Noel Hercules 272, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, Noel. Doctor, thank you for following.
Look at this parachute. Dropped right through the ceiling. Let me see if I can get this.
Thank you.
Oh, that'll come in handy.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Right, guys. Just gonna
So you guys are coming, or
take
what?
a drink.
Yeah.
They're back in a sec.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Ah, here's the door.
Karpinski, it's the division.
Hey, let me just talk to this guy.
Glad to see you.
We got a boy here who's gonna die without his meds. Those True Sons assholes confiscated them, along with most of our drinking water. Up around
Okay,
Pinwater Station.
meet us at the sinkhole?
I wouldn't ask
Yep.
for help.
Okay, sure.
I don't know what else to do.
Wow. Okay, definitely from the capital. You should have a new side mission on the map.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Okay, do it after the crash site? Sounds good. They're just ahead of us, Matt. Hey, I see you. I'll be up in a sec. Kit, we gotta get you leveled up.
I know, please help. I've been busy.
Toxic chemical residue detected.
A lot of loot down there.
Hey, you guys should really check this out.
Almost there. So that's the control point.
Hey, wait for me.
Crap, they have a tank. Yep, I see him.
Don't aggro him yet.
Let me adjust my build.
Got my crossbow and chem launcher. Chem cloud out. Matt, can you flank them and get a clear shot?
I'll take that sniper on top. Wait for it. Got her. Matt, look out. All right, let me try to get that tank off you. More bad guys on the other side of the plane.
Grenade, grenade!
Dude, come on.
Yep.
Matt, I need your help. Over here. Seeker mine out. Whoa! Oh, I'm stuck. Use a little help. Thanks, Matt. Oh, there's a dude rushing through the plane. Guys.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Got him. I'm down.
Yeah, hang on, I'll get you. I'll cover you guys.
Come on, come on. Get that weak point.
Oh crap. Matt, watch out. Sending my drone.
Thank you for the revive, Meg.
I've got this guy behind the tank.
Matt with the hive, nice.
Alright, just lay it on him.
Again?
Drone down.
Oh, there goes his armor.
Ah. You're on your own.
Keep going.
Good job. Level up. Level 30.
Oh, sweet. Congrats.
Alright, flare is up. Control point is ours. Nice. Guys wanna check out the plane? Let's go.
Analyzing ballistic residue.
Looks like a rough landing. Jesus.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Let's check it out.
Great idea. Let's just die.
So, game plan. Take the capital back. I think we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go!
Yeah, this Bethesda mission starts in at 2. I think it's about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes to go. Good blow.
Please welcome the head.
Thanks to Doctor. Ladybug. Ladybug.
In 2077, they voted my city.
Thank you for the follow. Okay.
Yes! Yes! All right, everyone. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience.
Oh, they're leaving.
See you next time. All right, so now that we've put on the greatest show on Earth, I feel like it's time to just relax a little bit, you know? I think Lance has earned his right to a vacation.
Dying Light? Dying Light demo?
World premiere.
Did like this. Right, we've got 20 minutes to go.
It's been 15 years since the fall. The city is a corpse, and we are the worms. We burrow in it, fighting for every useful piece of land to preserve ourselves from the terrors of the night and the horrors of the day.
I know not who can hear my voice. I shall therefore speak a word unto here. Anyone who dares to steal food will be hanged, and their bodies will be exposed.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
Hello, Kingsley Hope from News 4. Hey, Clean Bird. Welcome, Clean Bird. Nice to see you.
You're dead now.
Nice to drop in.
And these choices we take to survive will create
How are
the
you,
world
Clean Bird?
to come. You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn. Good night, and good luck.
Please welcome narrative designer Chris Avalo.
Hi, I'm Chris Avallone, and I'm excited to be working with Techland to create the world of Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is everything you'd expect from a bold sequel to the first game. A fluid parkour system with improved natural movement, deep and tactical first-person melee combat, and of course, terrifying nights when the infected emerge from the depths of the city to feed on anyone they can find. At the same time, we invite you to a new vision of the post-apocalypse, a bleak and unforgiving reality that we call the modern Dark Ages. Today, however, we want to give you a look at one of the impressive new features of Dying Light 2, a technical and narrative advancement for the franchise. Dying Light 2 will be the first in its genre where your choices have genuine consequences in the game itself. From how it looks, how it plays, to the events that occur, everything in the game world can change based on your decisions. The following demo throws a bit more light on this.
Hey Josh, Beanbird, Vault Boy.
Dying Light 2 features a functioning ecosystem that reacts on multiple levels to the things you do and the choices you make. In the example we are about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city. They want you to negotiate with two survivors who are controlling and hoarding a water supply.
You going to insult us with another final offer?
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers' orders, one way or another. After this, you will start seeing a significant change in the city as access to the water supply allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area. There's even running water for the people at street level, and that raises their morale and allows you to replenish your energy on the go. But there's a cost to this. The PKs have a rigid approach to law and order. So while the streets may be safer, it's only safer for those who side with them. So if you get on their bad side. Now let's return to that moment of choice. And instead of killing them, you choose to team up with this group to supply water on the black market. As you will see, this creates a very different set of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency, it brings you access to new resources and trade. But this, in turn, attracts the worst type of people to the area. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you will have to make. But it allows you to carve out your own world. Each player's game experience will be unique. And by the way, this is just what happens in the day. At night, well, things tend to get a lot darker.
Okay. What do you guys want to see? How long we got? We got 15 minutes. Fallout, okay, we'll do Fallout again. We did just watch Fallout.
How's everybody doing?
So Eric, ask that question you asked about Fallout again, because Voltboy's here now, he'll be able to answer you. I tried, but to be honest, it didn't make much sense to myself, so ask Voltboy, he'll know the answer.
300 years after our great nation
we can
began,
do Ori next, okay. We'll do Ori
we gathered together
we
to
got
honor the
15
completion
of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
I feel like the jet is kicking in, yeah. Almost I wish I had some jet. I don't. I got a cup of tea here, that's the closest I'm getting to jet. I live about 20 minutes from Bone Building.
Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout
there you go,
settled,
boy. There's the question.
you must rebuild.
John Denver rocks.
Not just walls, not just buildings, but
I was
hearts,
saying rifle man.
minds,
When I was first
and
learning
ultimately
the guitar,
America
itself.
Every book I'd learn the guitar from, they'd always have John Denver song. Every book. They'd have this one and they'd have Leaving on a Jet Plane.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
Here you go, Eric, for you. Hurry. That's some. Things, the stream is way too loud. You got, okay. Well, tell me when the, because I'm watching different videos, Eric, and they all have their own volumes. Do you know what I mean? So the volume was adjusted to the last stream we were watching. Everything's always so different. Can we just let Halo die? The story just seems like an ending quest. That's why it's called Halo Infinite. It's just infinitely gonna go on and on. No, it hasn't started yet, X. It starts in 10 minutes. Starts in 10 minutes. Okay. Probably won't start in 10 minutes. It'll probably be delayed, so we just listen to these guys talk for a little bit. Tell us what they think is going to be in it. And then it will come on. We could probably watch another trailer actually while we're waiting. Go here one more time.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
I loved Halo back in the day, but now it's almost morphed out as much. Yeah, I loved Halo back in the day.
Can't deny it, it's
Halo
all true.
1, I played
But
that.
everybody still wants to live here.
The
This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going.
This game is pretty cool, man.
It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
Yeah, this game looks really good. They make great games, Project Red. I mean, The Witcher 3, for me, is probably one of the best games, best RPGs I've ever played. It's definitely up there as one of the best, maybe the best. Great RPG. So, that being said, I'm definitely they don't mess about, they make amazing games. There's just so much in it. It's just so much rich world. Imagining what kind of reminds me of Watch Dogs. Yeah, but so much more depth than a Ubisoft game. Ubisoft games are good, but they don't have the depth, do they, of Project Red game. Kind of like Ubisoft have that template, and they seem to move that template from game to game. Wait, so if the pre-show starts at 2, then the actual show must be at 2:30. Okay. Ubisoft just cut and pasted Far Cry 3, 4. Yeah, they tend to do that though, man. But as I'm playing, this sounds mad, but as I play Far Cry, the latest Far Cry, was it 5? As I was playing Far Cry 5, I felt almost like I was kind of playing a slight clone of Assassin's Creed Origins, and I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Origins. I enjoy them, but I enjoy them to a level, do you know what I mean? But I don't enjoy them to a Witcher 3 level. But they're fun to play, the Assassin's Creed games. Well, the one I played, Origins, that was fun. And I could imagine the Division would be fun, you know? And Watch Dogs would be fun.
Do you realize the tragedy you have unleashed?
Not to the level of the Witcher 3.
The cleansing has begun. It falls to me now to stop it before
it consumes us all. They're not RPGs, are they? But even so, I mean. There's just so many hidden gems in The Witcher 3, isn't there? Hey, man, mate, you're staying. Man, mate. You're staying up late for these conferences, yeah. I always do though, every year. But I usually stay up on my own, so it's kind of cool to stream them.
It's not practical.
I can start with other people, share it, you know.
I know
pretty
that
cool.
it's hard to believe.
Thanks for watching, guys. A lot of fun, man. Watching this with other people and chatting as well. Seeing you guys all chat, it's interesting for me to just read it. Yeah, I get it, but it was just a sweet. I would love a modern Skyrim.
We have to trust each other.
Yeah. I've just started playing Skyrim, Rifleman. I've just started streaming it. I'm in like the 3rd episode, and yeah, Skyrim's really. I'm really enjoying it. I played Oblivion as well. I enjoyed Oblivion. I really enjoyed Morrowind. But yeah, I'm really into Skyrim. It's got a lot of depth. They put a lot of effort into it. It's like those RPGs, you know, where there's just hidden gems everywhere, like stones that you can just unturn and just be surprised by what you find. I love RPGs like that, where it's not all just laid out in front of you, you know. Get off the beaten path and you discover some real gems. Even yeah, you even bought the deal. I did buy the DLC to Far Cry, but I don't like talking about that, Eric. Skyrim set the bar for me, yeah. I'm definitely I definitely hear that by playing. Alright. They started? Yeah. No, they're still talking. I peeked in on your Skyrim, yeah. I mean, it's slow going for a stream, you know. Because there's just so much to do, so much to stumble across. You know, you could just spend an hour wandering around. In a good way. Or just meeting some random guy and doing some random mission that isn't even connected to the main quest. Like The Witcher. I mean, The Witcher's got some amazing side quests. I've never ever played side quests like that in my life. Some of the side quests are just like mini, amazing little short stories. Really short mini stories.
Hi everyone, welcome back to GameSpot's coverage of E3 2018. I'm Michael
Let's
Hardy.
piggyback
I'm going to be
on
hosting
GameSpot for a little
our
while.
pre-show here for Bethesda's conference, which starts in about half an hour. I'm here with Lucy James.
Hello.
Jess McDonald.
I mean,
and
Origins,
Peter
yeah,
Brown.
okay, Origins, yeah.
We
No, I
have some
enjoyed
predictions,
Origins.
hopes for you.
I
First
enjoyed
off,
the
if you
combat.
didn't already respond, GameSpot's
No, I
Twitter
enjoyed
account
it.
retweeted,
I enjoyed the way they
myself.
did it.
I was asking for questions, comments, predictions, concerns, hopes, and dreams for Bethesda's conference. If you haven't already responded to that, Lucy's going to be manning that throughout the pre-show, and we might call you out in a good way.
I've got to say though, if I'm honest, I'm not a fan
all right, let's get down to it. We
of
have
the way
30 minutes. Got a countdown going
Ubisoft
up
put
there on the screen,
icons
but,
everywhere.
we saw
Like you look at
one star
you
with
look
Fallout,
out
we
in
saw
front
that
of you,
during
and there's all
Microsoft,
these
plus
icons.
their teaser the other day.
Yeah,
That just
Paul Gemini
really
says, I'd
breaks
love
the
if they did a
immersion
big
for
Fallout
you, you know.
presentation with a detailed
But I
breakdown
really
like
enjoyed
they did
Origins.
Fallout
Don't
4,
get
and
me
also
wrong,
in
man.
Doom
I liked it. I had
2023,
great fun
but
playing it,
on
but
Fallout, I think that's
not a
what we
fan
really
of
did.
their
Yeah,
their
so,
HUDs.
I mean, like, Jess, what
The way they
recap
do that.
what we saw during Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, I think the interesting thing is
It makes things
we
clear,
were told
but
that
I'd rather open
Fallout
up a map
76
and
is
see
going
it
to
on the
be
map
4
rather than
times
see it on the
size of
actual
Fallout
screen.
4.
Yeah.
Do you want to That's reuse a joke? Big.
If you didn't see my Microsoft conference, I was like, oh, Fallout 16 joke. Brilliant.
That's a big ass game.
satire.
That always makes me nervous when I hear that stuff because it's like I get
Too
it.
many
Like,
icons
if
on the
it's
HUD.
like
Yeah,
a
for
lush,
me
incredible
personally,
world and every inch of that world is
that's
like
how I
really
feel.
exciting to be in. Wow, what an experience! Like we're going to be playing that game for hundreds of hours.
We
But
got
it's
28
like,
minutes
it
yet,
always
guys.
worries me what's in that world. I mean, I think we all remember one of the last times we heard a similar thing, which was about Andromeda being really huge. That came out for the same thing, but we still don't know if it's single player or multiplayer, which I think is really interesting. The trailer did not suggest either way.
Rumors are suggesting that it's like like survival focused co-op, right?
Yeah.
And there are
Whenever I
definitely, like,
watch
even if you see the billboard on the side, it's not
these
the Figueroa,
programs.
but the billboard downtown Los Angeles. It shows
And I see
3 separate Vault Boys walking out of the same
women
vault, but then
on these
also during the
shows.
trailer today, toward the
I
end,
always
it
start
showed that
imagining,
power-armored,
quite
like,
sad, I'm
half
being
buried in the
honest,
dirt, and
guys, I'm
3
laying it
different
out on the
characters
table.
walked over
In
it.
my head, this is what goes on in my
I
head.
mean,
I
this
always
hits everywhere,
think
and we
it'd be
kind of thought
amazing
even, like,
to
when
have
they
a
first started
girlfriend.
off the Microsoft conference today,
Love video
that
game.
all those TVs in the back,
Most-
that they use,
most
they use like
people
8 of them for Forza. That's about
But
it.
I
Or
always
maybe for
think-
Battlefield afterward. I was wondering if that at first was gonna be Fallout, but yeah, Todd Howard came out on the stage and talked about it. It's West Virginia. Let's talk about the world because I think that's the most market difference for me, at least. I'm replaying Fallout 4
or
kind of
girlfriend that was involved in
between,
video games.
E3 stuff right now as we
That'd be
speak, and it's there. Fallout 3, maybe not so much Fallout New Vegas, but
it probably wouldn't be as cool. There'd probably be a lot of problems.
By the nuclear bombs.
Which is really competitive. You might just spend your life competing against each other.
This looks a little more lush, overgrown, which makes sense. The Appalachians might not have been
That's funny, but I bet they're active.
Hit as hard.
Yeah.
It looks good too. I mean, compared
to
you
wouldn't want an active video game.
Exterior environments.
Yeah, would you? You'd want someone that's really genuinely passionate.
Flora looks pretty good right here.
Okay.
A little more detailed than I was used to, especially with Fallout 4. That right there doesn't even look like it's affected at all by nukes.
Yeah.
Until you see this abandoned.
What else are they showcasing besides Fallout 76? Well, their new
excited for it. I don't know, Pete. Did this do anything for you today?
RPG in space, StarCraft or Star something.
What they want to do with Fallout.
Rage 2.
Like you, I am seeing a lot of similarities.
Maybe a new Doom game.
Really distinguishing the two. So it'll really come down to the systems and mechanics and the structure of the game for me.
So obviously we're going to see this during
and lots of other things, I'm sure. I think they're going to have a good one.
Here's what I was talking about before: those three, whether
and
three separate.
Yeah, of course, Fallout.
The first was
you said besides
redhead woman. This guy's got a man bun, and then someone else with a helmet on. Before this, you get the Fallout 2 power armor, which I keep kind of freaking out about today. But then also, yeah, I don't know if they're going to show gameplay tonight or what. I don't know. I hope they show gameplay.
I hope we get a confirmation of just like what the format is.
Yeah. I feel like they had such success
Doom 2,
with, when they announced Fallout 4.
CP404. What did you think of Doom 2?
Releasing, and they spent so long doing that deep dive.
You like Doom 2?
At the press conference, it was all anyone would talk about, anyone would think about, and then they just released it. So I hope they kind of do the same thing again.
Do you think it'll be this year release?
If anyone has the balls to release around the same time, as like September is already so packed because everyone's.
They will do it. It's coming out this year. Fallout, I put money on it.
The marbles.
Yeah.
The what?
The marbles.
The marbles.
The huevos.
All right. Anything else Fallout?
I was just going to say, one of the things I think is really interesting, if they do multiplayer, they're going to have to be so careful, because Bethesda, that company that's come forward and been like, we're single player, like we are your like bastions, your champions for like single player gaming, like we're the one, we're saving, they had their Linda Carter.
Eric, you must be interested in their new RPG.
Like, we're saving single player while everyone else is turning to multiplayer. So I think if we do see something multiplayer, I think it's still going to have really cool, RPG elements. People
I like
are still
Doom.
Be able
I like Doom.
Create characters they can feel attached to. Because
I remember, you watched my Doom. Yeah, you watched the. I remember you was at the end of the Doom playthrough. I love Doom.
Hoping and dreaming for Fallout.
I loved it.
A lot of people also kind of latching onto Elder Scrolls 6 as well.
I love the way it just kept me on my toes.
As far as like,
I love the way it was just so full on.
Outside of Fallout, do you guys
had breaks?
See anything else like
nice
Starfield,
breaks.
that rumored sci-fi
nice rest
open
periods.
I
feel like
but then when it all
stuff we've already
kicked
heard
off,
about,
it was
going to be
full on, 100 miles an hour. I love that.
Potential opportunities for new
love
stuff.
that.
But at this stage, we're ready for more Elder Scrolls.
It made me feel like the way I felt when I played Doom 1 and 2 when I was young.
Lord Releo says,
I had all these enemies around me and I just had to keep moving all the time. It made me feel like that.
Fallout or Elder Scrolls.
I loved it.
They're already releasing on Xbox.
I didn't know if I would.
Game Pass, we saw that in the Xbox press conference this morning.
When I started, I wasn't that
Are they
keen, but then
Fallout 3 New
I
Vegas
got into
on Switch or something.
Yeah, like
that's the
those glory kills. I'm not usually a fan of glory kills so much. I think they're cool, but I don't really think.
That's ever been made.
When I saw the demos and that, I thought, they're overusing that a bit, aren't they? They're milking these glory kills. But the way that they had that mechanic set into the game, that you had to do the glory kills to get the health. And when you're really low on health, you had to get those glory kills to get the health and to get the ammo. I loved that. I thought that was awesome.
Oblivion, Fallout 3, New Vegas don't come close to the success that Skyrim.
When are you going to play Blood after Skyrim, man? I'll play after Skyrim.
I think it'd be awesome if they said like Fallout 76 coming in October, and then here's a sneak peek at Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6.
I feel like we got to get something. There has to be something big in there.
If I was to bet, if they were going to show one of the two, I would say I think they would do Starfield over Elder Scrolls 6.
I think so too. They've been so adamant that Elder Scrolls is not coming, and I don't think it's like just a tease, to like put us off the scent. I mean, they've said it's a long way off, and if 76 is as big as they're saying it is, I don't think they would have had the time to flesh Elder Scrolls out into a state where they would be comfortable announcing it, because they don't like to announce things a really long way out, and it has to be a really long way out.
Well, they announced Rage 2. We don't know when that's actually coming out.
Not really. I don't know. I've never really you've never played a space game until you've played Mass Effect. You need to play Mass Effect.
Shooter studio and Avalanche, who has a lot going on right now.
Yeah, they're busy.
3 games. Generation 0 for ID at Xbox.
3 new games.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably get Fallout 76. I'm the type of guy who gets the later version of the game after the
but that'll be published by
series has been ongoing.
Avalanche.
Which one?
Just Cause.
Square.
Square Enix. Sorry, thank you. So we'll see more of that tomorrow. But they're also doing Rage 2.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
They said they're doing open world.
Blind Marigold.
What 2009 game, which I don't know.
You
You were
start
describing
from
to
the
me,
later versions
Rage
rather
was
than starting from the
always at
beginning
first kind
of the series.
Maybe this is being.
Or do you mean
reflective
that you
like
buy
a
it once
glorified
it's
tech
been
demo?
out for a while?
Well, so it was the initial pitch for that game was very much about the tech that.
I'm
drove
looking
it.
forward to Rage 2.
It was not really a tech demo when it came out.
You
but it
mean
did
after
have
it's
some
been out for a while and
shortcomings.
it's been patched, if there's
You know,
any bugs or
open world
anything?
Games are just sort of trying to, they were finding their footing at that point, and Rage didn't quite have that, even though it flirted with the idea. Like anytime you were out on foot, you were basically encouraged.
You
to
liked
get in a
Alien
vehicle and
Isolation,
drive
Eric,
to
didn't you?
a specific location. There wasn't a lot of room to explore beyond that, and that game also just ended incredibly abruptly. There was no final boss battle. You enter this big room and you fight a wave of enemies, and it's like, wait, that's the end of the game?
Yeah.
That's it.
Because it was like
That's it.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
It was like semi-open world. Aesthetically, it reminds me of. I never played Mad Max a couple of years ago.
Rage
I know you
reminds
did.
me of a more in-depth Mad
and that
Max.
game had some issues.
I
for
heard that
me,
Mad
but at
Max
the
was
same
quite a
time,
decent
it really
game,
set
Rifle Man. I heard it was
a
pretty
path
good.
for Avalanche that I really like, which is a post-apocalyptic world that can also be very beautiful. And it's beautiful because of the environmental atmospheric effects, the post-processing effects they've gotten there. And we've seen a lot of that already in the Rage 2 trailers. We just haven't quite seen it.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I don't think I'd be as excited for Rage 2 if it wasn't for the fact that Doom came out a couple of years ago and id still like I mean, I don't know, like the fact that Bethesda's publishing good shooters, I guess like
Don't you feel like you've missed a whole chunk of the story though, Marigold?
Like multiple
Jump
facets of
into
the
like
game.
one of the
two AAA
sequels.
studios on it. I'm so
It's
fascinated
like Mass
by
Effect. Like I played Mass Effect really late.
I mean,
literally
like
1, 2,
working
and
with
3 had
id,
been
like,
out.
It has
but I
constantly
had to
proven
start
they know
from the
what they're
beginning.
doing,
I
but
started
I
from
would
the
wonder-
first
I wonder
one.
what it's like to have to
Played the second
collaborate
one.
with them. Whether
Hello,
that would
Ronaldo.
be, they would be
CR7,
like mentors, or
welcome.
whether there be some
You only need to say it once,
clashing.
buddy. I'm
We
not
might
going to
have
miss
some
it.
info on that later this week.
I might.
Inkling Nick says they want to see Doom 2. A lot of people
Doom
going for
2.
Doom 2.
I could see them
Been
tease it.
2 years now
Yep.
since Doom came out. What a fantastic game.
Got Life Again on the Switch last year. But also, like, the guy who did the music for Doom, Mick Gordon, like, when Pete Hines was tweeting, like, oh, getting ready for Bethesda E3, Mick Gordon was like, oh, yeah, kind of, like, did a fun GIF response, and everyone was kind of latching onto that.
Sure.
And everyone kind of was like, oh, it's Doom 2, right? And then you kind of realize that Mick Gordon also did the music for Prey. And
Right.
I think, what was the other one he did? I think maybe Evil Within, or, like, another one of their games.
Okay.
It's like,
We might have another
Doom-
Prey.
hedging bets on any.
I don't know if
Bethesda
I
property.
don't. I don't think we'll have a
Doom soundtrack. Like the dynamics
Bit
of
early
it, how
for
it like would crescendo during fights was awesome.
But Doom
Yeah.
was so
What
successful.
I hate to ask these
Possible.
specifics if we don't know, because then we look dumb. But who was the artist that did the music for Rage 2 that everybody seems to love? That
Andrew
I don't.
WK?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Why
just
do
for
I
the
not-
trailer.
Right. That's what I meant for the trailer. But everybody started gushing about it. I wasn't
I don't
familiar
know
with
why.
him.
I didn't see any gushing.
Either way, and then also every time I see that Rage 2 like key art that shows the woman screaming, I can't not see like Charlize Theron being Imperator Furiosa.
Yep, it's definitely taking on a different sort of attitude, and but to that note, when you're watching these trailers, it's only like in the NPCs that attitude seems reflected. Obviously, the sound and the cutting makes it seem more like it, but all the enemies they're fighting, all the environments they're in, they're not as sugar-coated as the actors are.
That's very true.
So we have seen gameplay for this. After they first announced it, teased it, whatever, they showed like about a minute-long trailer, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little longer. I'm wondering what they'll show tonight. Maybe like an actual clip, like a mission, like just straight through normal time, real time. Outside of Rage 2, you just brought up Prey. Mick Gordon doing the music for Prey.
Yeah.
Arcane Studios. I know people have already been seeing. Was it Harvey specifically in his team?
I don't know. We just saw miscellaneous people from Arcane are wandering around. Well, Prey updated recently, and they released 10 new achievements and trophies. Each one was one word long, and if you read them, it goes, "If you believed, they put a man on the moon." Very good, very good. So it's got to be the moon DLC.
So they've been teasing on. I think it was the Prey Twitter account for maybe 6 months now, saying like those random satellite signals saying there's something coming. I remember like back when I first played Prey, that was one of my favorite games last year.
Do you play Fortnite?
I would love a Death of the Outsider ish standalone DLC. So I
Safe
don't know if this will be
space.
standalone, but the rumors are that it'll be
Those
DLC
that,
on Moon. Whether you need
I had to
own
create
Prey
this safe
to
space
begin
for
with
those
remains to be
people that-
seen, and then also like. Arcane does have 2 studios,
like
Leon and Austin.
Just the
Hardly
slightest
Smith,
mention of Fortnite was
led
just
development on Dishonored 2, moved
they
over
just,
to help
just
finish
totally
Prey
caused
down
them
in
to lose their
Austin.
minds.
Rafael Colantonio, I love saying his
So
name.
I had to create a
He's
safe
since left.
space.
He's doing his own.
So we can't really
outside
say that
games, He's
word
doing his own thing right now, music mainly, but
because it upsets a lot of people.
I'm curious if they have like I don't know Dishonored 3 something.
I
along
used
those
to.
lines, or if
I
it's
used
they're
to
just
play
there
it.
for Prey DLC.
Yeah, I used.
Taunt me.
You
No,
like
I feel
Dishonored?
like no, I love Dishonored.
I had
Dishonored is
fun.
maybe like one of my favorite game worlds.
Yeah.
And I just love
Is that your
exploring
favourite
it,
game,
and I love
Ronaldo?
playing it, and like it's kind of one of those comfort games that I keep going back to. Is just Dishonored and doing things and trying things out in different ways, and it crushes me that those games are so good and yet didn't sell as well. But hopefully Bethesda realize what a special thing they have there, and they're gonna
yeah, I
keep
like it. Archdemon.
Please.
Well, with all the well
French
torture
demon.
and murdering.
So
that's why I play.
Now that's the main thing.
Yeah, I would absolutely love. They're
Hey,
one of my favorite
Fortnite,
developers around today, or ever. But I would love to see them continue. I know they didn't make much money off Prey. I don't know how Death of the Outsider sold. I love Death of the Outsider. That standalone, kind of very maybe bite size is being pretty reductive, but they focus on Billy Lurk, a character who you would know as Megan Foster from Dishonored 2, the world of Dishonored 1 and 2. But it worked out really well, and you did not even need to own Dishonored 2 to play this. It was just a standalone thing, much like Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. And I like that format, kind of like that AA size game.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, I would love them to keep doing that. Outside of Arcane, which I'm personally, that's probably the thing I'm actually kind of most excited for. We had mentioned Doom 2. What about Quake Champions? Do you think they'll show much tonight?
I think
they kind of have to, right?
They will.
Yeah.
Multiplayer, I would assume.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
Yeah, they will definitely show more of that.
Quake.
They kind of just
Single
always
player
roll
campaign.
that out.
Chipping away at it.
Yeah, people aren't. At least people I talk to aren't really dying for that game.
But they're in a funny spot. I'm not sure.
Never understood why people wear smartwatches.
You can pay for it now, and then eventually when it comes out, it'll be free. I'm not
You
sure how
don't
that's
like them.
panned out.
Right.
It's such a weird, like that purist team deathmatch focused game seems like such a weird, maybe not weird, I love it, but it doesn't seem like it's something
they're
that
crazy.
would thrive
And you can
in
make
today's,
vocals on them. You can pretty much do everything on those smartwatches.
Focused, like
when you got one of those smartwatches, one of the later
Unless
ones,
maybe
you don't
it's
even
the,
need a
the shot in
phone.
the
You
arm
do everything.
kind of wants to reinvigorate it in its own way, but they keep giving it, meaty updates. They just added bots that I know the community been asking for a long time. Upgraded the gore.
Nice.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Finally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I imagine like it's still in its weird early access thing. Maybe they'll give it an actual release date. Who knows?
It's the Fortnite scenario.
Yeah.
Fortnite is still technically in early access.
Yeah.
And
They just need a battle royale mode, and they'll be good to go.
Yeah, goodness.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they didn't like just. Well, does this even have a release date?
No.
I don't think it has a release date. Yeah, right. Like I wonder if they'll just keep it in early access. Well, there was a beta a few months ago, right? It was an alpha. I know. I think Jean-Luc played it. I could be mistaken.
He did, yeah.
I don't know if I picked his brain about it. I'm not super excited for it. I liked Quake back in the day. I wasn't a diehard fan, but it looks fun. And
I was wearing
I don't know.
one.
I'm curious to see what they'll show tonight. Out of what they show. What about Elder Scrolls Online?
Well, we just got.
She heard you, Eric. Look, she's hiding it.
Yeah. Think they'll show anything
Heard
else, like a
you.
roadmap, maybe?
They'll probably show Somerset. Honestly, they'll probably just remind people, like, "Hey, by the way, just in case you haven't been paying attention."
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really play that game. I know there's like some pretty devout people that like
New
that
Zealand,
game
we
a
don't
lot.
have them. It's still in
Didn't they add like all of
Still in
Oblivion
caveman
into it?
times.
I mean,
Morrowind.
the support for it is crazy. Like, I think the
House
people who
phones.
do play it are insanely into it, and there is just Bethesda's just like, we got you.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep adding and adding.
I'll be the
Really
last to
smart
sign
thing
up
by
for that.
essentially making it dynamic level scaling, so you could go.
What
anywhere
iPhone are you on, Eric?
and be limited by your progress. Yeah.
Do you want to share that bit of information
Recently
out of
dove
interest?
into it to try it out.
What iPhone
When
are
it
you
launched,
on?
It, like, oof. It did not have a good launch, and then
It's a
they
paid subscription, right?
It was paid,
Yeah.
but it like there wasn't
Or
a lot
do you actually
really
even have
going
an
on, and
iPhone?
it was actually quite dull. I remember like pouring a few hours into it,
Yeah.
and then over time,
Are you on
they've changed
Samsung?
a lot, and they've like I know a lot of people who play Elder Scrolls Online all the time, and it got added to the Xbox Game Pass
right.
just this morning.
right.
So maybe there would be.
I tell you what,
another
there's
kind of little
extra delay on
reference
this
to that
chat
saying,
tonight.
Hey, if you've got Xbox Game Pass,
Extra
you can-
delay.
Yeah.
The delay is so much worse than it
I
usually
remember
is.
wanting to play it for a couple of years, but then watching recently Jake. Paper did a
18 minutes,
video
guy.
talking about
Yep.
the Skyrim mod, Beyond Skyrim.
See now,
where they're
when
saying
you
they're trying
said
to
that,
create
it says
all-
12
recreate all
minutes,
of Tamriel,
30
including Morrowind,
seconds.
Oblivion,
So
Somerset,
yeah, we got
elsewhere.
30-second delay.
Red Rock.
Put in
High
chat,
Rock,
guys,
sorry,
the exact
home of the
time that it
Redguards
says on the
and
top
that's
left.
set up.
Let's
Or the
count the
Bretons,
delay.
I don't know, but either
Do it
way,
accurately.
seeing that,
Write
like,
in
oh,
chat the
hell yeah,
exact
I'd love to
time.
play Beyond Skyrim, but that's nowhere near done. They're not even
And
done
then
with
push
the first,
enter when it's on
series
that
from
exact number.
Oblivion yet. This seems
And
like
then
it
I'll
could still
tell you
scratch
the
that itch, and
number.
now with Somerset out,
That it's on
especially
for me.
considering that
I
it's
get the
not,
message.
hasn't been paid subscription for a while. I've been wanting to dive
See
into it.
how
I just
long
haven't
this
had a
delay
chance,
is.
and
It
now
feels like it's
Fallout
longer than
76
usual.
on the horizon. I know they're very different worlds, but
You're
that
never
kind of
leaving your couch again. Yeah.
yeah.
Living the dream.
One of the tweets from Grant TNE1.
12:08,
Want more Evil
11:47.
expansion or full game.
When you put in
So
12:08,
Evil
it was
2 actually
11:47.
ended in the classic horror
So
game
do the
way
maths. I'm
of,
guessing.
the potential of a sequel or some
the
DLC.
characters came out of the TV.
Yeah,
We'll be
and
back.
replaced me.
Yeah.
I'm actually from
21
now. But no, they
You're Sebastian Castellano.
I am. How could you not tell? I would
12:08. Wow.
DLC because the thing is, like,
YouTube
the
is so
bridging
much
stuff
more.
between Evil
YouTube
Within
is
1 and
miles
2
behind.
was
When you
done
said
in the
12,
DLC,
that's
and,
almost
when you
like
started Evil Within 2, you're like,
you're about
still
like
on? And then it was, like, all
50,
told in the,
45 to 50 seconds.
in
I'd
the
say
DLC for
45
one.
seconds
So
off.
I could see them doing that again.
I
Report the
adored
first game.
Mixers only.
I really
About
loved,
20
Evil
odd
Within 2. It messed with the structure of the first game so much. It pretty much ditched the structure of the first game, which was really linear. I think 15 chapters. It was much more like Resident Evil
I'm
4.
working
like,
on an
every once in a while you'd come
electromagnetic
across a chapter that
pulse
was a bit
gun to
open,
shut
kinda
down
like a sandbox
random
where I
androids.
think it was at its best when it was emulating.
Is Tesla
Shinji
helping you with
Mikami's
that?
earlier work with
I just watched the
Resident Evil games.
Tesla
But,
documentary.
Resident Evil 2 was like a series of bigger
And
open areas where it was much
spent
more.
most of his
What
life.
did I say?
Resident Evil 2.
Did I really?
Working
That's
on
been
those
my mind
kind.
a lot with
Well.
hopeful remake. The Evil Within 2 was just a series of actual open environments
After
where
we
it was very
created
focused on
AC
survival
electricity.
and crafting and whatnot, and I loved it. That came out last year, October.
Yep.
I don't. Unless it was DLC, I don't think we'd see
Wants
anything
to
about
be able
this.
to
I would
send
love
electricity
to,
from
but
point
it seems
A
very
to point
soon,
B
and
with-
also
without the use
have a
of
hard
any
time thinking
wires
Evil
at
Within
all.
2 sold crazy well, but I said the thing, first thing,
I mean,
same
you
thing about
did
the
it with
first game,
radio,
they made a
but-
sequel, so I've been
but
wrong
it-
before many
would you have
times.
Yeah.
Much higher.
Definitely.
Really
Speaking
low
about-
volt.
Do you think they would bring the first game to
We
Switch
wanted to
or
be able
anything?
to do it at a high volt.
That was
Which is
early
fastest, I
PS4,
believe.
Xbox One, kind of like year 2 or
Ish,
3.
yeah. They definitely could.
If anyone's
Sounds
bringing
like
that
something
stuff
that's
to
been
Switch,
put
it'll be
together.
Bethesda. I will be shocked if we don't see something big.
I think one of these
Yeah.
people on the
Yeah.
panel
Yeah.
are Sims.
Yeah.
Is that what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
saying,
Apart
Volt
from
Boy?
Wolfenstein.
Which one's the Sim?
Does that have? That's a July release, right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll show
Releasing.
something if they don't do a montage. What if they did like Wolfenstein and then they're like, oh, also here's Oblivion.
Bam.
I'd say
That'd be
the
great.
guy with a
If they-
grey
if they did
t-shirt on
Oblivion
is the
Fallout
Sim.
76, that would- I mean, I'm happy
If
about.
I was
Fallout
to pick
76
a
as it
Sim,
is.
I'd say the guy
Unless
with the
they
grey.
announced in it. It sounds awful. That could
I
be
don't
bad.
think it would.
No,
I don't think they're gonna mess
I'm
with
just
that
trying
formula.
to temper my
You trying to
expectations.
rustle
He's got a certain
Rustle
Sim
my-
perfection
myself.
about him.
Aside of that, I don't know. Fallout 76 gameplay.
Do you think they will
I'm
make
pretty
a
sure
sequel to
we'll see.
Skyrim? I
Are there
don't
gonna be any
know. Well,
antics?
they were talking about that a minute
expecting
ago.
Like
Showmanship.
Interpol.
Yes. Did Interpol pay one of their conferences?
Yeah, she's watching
no,
our
like
stream,
their
Eric.
album.
She heard you.
Oh.
The band.
Hiding it,
playing
look.
at the-
Oh, the police.
Yeah.
Well, like antics, like just
Goofy shit. Like we're
The left
Bethesda,
one.
We don't give an F.
I don't
Look
know,
at
What, the
us.
left guy with a
Right,
grey
you gotta
t-shirt
come
on is the
for
Sim.
Ubisoft for that stuff.
they
Yeah.
don't do that. Like
Left
it'll
or the
be
left
very
girl.
smart,
What, the
very-
Australian
Rage
girl?
2,
She's
I
the
reckon
Sim.
we'll get something. Which is what's so nice about Rage 2, actually.
The left
is
one
we're
isn't-
in a very serious spot right
Loosens
now.
them
Could
up.
either be the guy or the
Feels
girl.
like
I
we're
don't
doing
know.
the wars and full
And the guy
always
talking.
serious.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls is really serious high fantasy.
probably
Hey,
gonna
she
have
stopped putting her
AWP
hand on the
close out
desk.
the
Well,
presentation.
you
They're gonna
think
have all
obviously
Rage
she's the
actors
Sim,
doing
the
it.
girl with the
Yeah.
iPhone
Alright, dude,
watch.
if you
Oh,
do
okay.
that,
It's
I'm
gonna be
in.
Shows his
cringy.
little
I'm
fingers.
in.
Oh yeah, all right.
I'm
Never
in if
mind.
you do that.
Mike loves it.
The guy on the
I
right
still don't get
definitely.
the whole appeal of Andrew WK.
If the guy on the
He's
right
sweet.
was
He's
the
all about
Sim, I'd
partying.
say
He
that
is, but
he
he's
needs
also so,
debugging.
like, if you read his tweets, he's always really supportive of of people
Yes.
and just like,
That's
yeah, just live your
nice.
best
Yes,
life.
he's a good
Great.
guy.
What if they just pulled an Oscar and brought Sufjan Stevens up on the stage out of the floor with St. Vincent, and they played this like love ballad?
Damn, what if they did?
That'd be sick. That'd be crazy.
Oh,
Be
be
very
ready.
what's the word?
I think the two middle
It would be the
people
antithesis of
like
the rest
each
of
other.
I don't know. What are you most excited for, Pete?
I suppose
One or one likes
Rage
the other 'cause
2,
they're
that's the game that I'm most
subconsciously
curious about that I
copying
know
body
about.
language.
But really, the stuff that I don't know, which would be hopefully
Oh, what, the two middle ones?
thank you.
Starfield,
Starfield
yeah.
or Elder Scrolls 6, something like that. I
Interesting.
think I'm
Doom 2?
Well, yeah, I just don't expect that.
Mm.
I don't.
No, I'm not. Okay, okay. So you're excited to see Rage 2, but what would Doom 2 be your?
If Doom 2 showed up, yeah.
Guys, they're all Sims.
Yeah,
I think you got it.
I
Clean
mean,
bird.
I've been waiting for
They're all
Elder Scrolls
Sims.
6 until it realistically could have come out 5
What
years
if we're
ago, and
Sims?
it's now been 7
Guys,
bloody
what if we're
years
Sims?
since
Oh,
Skyrim.
that.
What
What
do you think Elder Scrolls
if
6 would
we're
be
put
set?
here by a superior alien
I
race?
feel like, I mean, they haven't
And
done
we're all simps.
Valen Wood.
Simps that are able to
What else have
reproduce.
they done? I'm curious as to whether they'll want to avoid places they've covered in Elder Scrolls Online as well. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they've learned so much as well. Like I loved
Digimon, what's the matter? Why the sad face?
Oblivion was a good step up. Skyrim was like yet again excelled in a bunch of ways that I
Oh
think
boy, they're
Oblivion
all
didn't.
Sims.
Like,
They did
I
the same
think it's
time.
gonna be a great damn game. I just want to know anything.
It's the waiting.
It's
the
the
not
waiting,
knowing.
and that's why like I think like all the tweets.
I think
are
my
going,
dinner's
like,
ready,
Elder Scrolls
guys. I'm gonna
6
get it out of the
because
oven.
That's why I haven't
7
really been
years
reading
is a
about it. You guys are
long
just
time.
asking for Elder Scrolls 6.
Elsewhere, home of the Argonians would be
Elsewhere,
cool.
yeah.
I don't even know what that's supposed to look like. It's not even spelled elsewhere. It's ELSWEYR.
Yeah.
Black Marsh. No, sorry. Elsewhere is the Khajiit. Black Marsh is the Argonian. Sorry.
That's
Don't
right.
yell at me.
You blew it.
Don't yell at me.
We need a
Unpause the
map.
video
We
and
need a
listen to me
map.
correct myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious, like, if you were Bethesda Game Studios and you were thinking, where do we want to go? Then
Yeah.
like, oh, Elder Scrolls Online already did this.
Sorry, I was pretending I was.
Also, I'd love to be in the meeting where like a bunch of producers were like, all right, where do we set Fallout 76? Todd Howard's like, West Virginia. They're like, well, I was thinking more like Seattle, Northwest. No, West Virginia.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah,
He's got a bone to pick with West Virginia. He just wants to nuke it. It's like he got mad at the Monster Factory guys for making
Is this
Fallout
like
4.
another West Virginia thing for him?
Huh?
Does he have a thing for West Virginia?
I don't know. No, the McElroys? Monster Factory. Yeah, they're from.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
I mean, Britain, Australian here being like, yep,
That's
West Virginia talk, yep.
Whatever you guys are saying.
I don't know. West Virginia, I just know it's under Pennsylvania.
I just know
I'm
it
just
from
kidding. I've
the
been there a lot.
song.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
Which is by John Denver, which resides in another state.
This is too confusing for me.
Goodness.
What are you excited for?
Arcane.
Yeah.
I wasn't even like that big of a fan of Prey, but it, I do love me some Arcane.
You don't like quality masterpiece when it slaps you in the face?
I had my issues.
I'm just kidding.
I had my issues with Prey.
I don't think there's
But I
been-
did complete it and like I enjoyed it, but I didn't feel like compared to Dishonored, I felt like it preferred to lock you out of like you had to pick between using human like tech abilities or using the and I didn't like that. I prefer like the Dishonored approach where I can just like choose whatever I want.
There's some problems. There's some problems with that game. There's a huge division in the GameSpot office internally.
There
of Prey.
really is.
The game of the year.
The most divisive game, I think.
I know. I was trying to think of something else that came.
Just
that
Kingsley,
close.
they're not ready for the truth.
Metal Gear Solid 5, I was thinking at first, I was like, no, that was pretty universally loved. But yeah, Prey was just absolutely like there was like 4 people
That's
that
what Dan
absolutely
said, oh
adored
boy.
it, and 4 were like, no, this is
Oh boy,
shit,
I'm not
shite,
saying.
as you would say. I
We
think.
would say that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for more Arcane. If there is a hint of a tease for Dishonored, then I would absolutely love that. Or maybe they're even doing something new.
I'm not a sim,
Yeah,
but
they
that
could
sounds
totally
like
just
something.
shock us.
Okay, so
like that'd be cool.
am I a sim?
I would like new. I just want to see new.
That's been like every time we've been doing
President
this,
Nixon, yeah, he was definitely.
It's just to be surprised.
Everything we mentioned
me a
tonight
gift.
is a sequel or something they've already announced.
Yeah.
I guess Quake Champions isn't technically a sequel. Yeah, I mean outside of Starfield, there could be something just absolutely out of left field.
A sports game.
That's a
absolute-
real sports
that
game?
would be
I'm gonna
absolutely-
disappear while I eat.
Baseball joke. Get out of here.
I'll be back.
I think I'd be surprised if we don't see or we. I
I want
think
to
we
put you
might
guys
see
off
something
the
from mobile as
Bethesda
well.
conference
We could
by
be cut
eating.
off any minute, just to clarify. Bethesda doesn't have a countdown on their stream. We have about 3 minutes and 23 seconds.
3 hours.
Oh God.
Until it supposedly goes live.
Okay.
We haven't talked about VR, and they've been like pushing VR. At least Bethesda Game Studios,
Yeah.
Fallout
I
4,
love VR.
Doom, which was pretty mediocre.
Mediocre.
I don't know. Do you think we'll see anything from that?
Four.
That's actually a guarantee.
That was good that I took myself off camera then. I just dribbled half my dinner down my face.
Wow.
That would
I
have
think
been
they'll show
embarrassing.
VR. Fallout.
I don't.
No.
Well,
President
fun.
I don't know.
Not
I
my
don't know,
Gerald.
like what they could show in VR, 'cause
Or
it's-
maybe they just learn from Doom and Fallout 4. and
Not
decide
my
on
Gerald,
what
man.
to-
My
I
Gerald
would
was a
like
good
that, but I
guy.
don't think that's the case.
No.
Rage 2.
Loyal
Fallout
to
Shelter,
his wife,
apparently some trophies
Jennifer.
leaked, so it could be that's coming to console.
Never betrayed
okay.
Jennifer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I keep wondering if they're going to announce a weird mobile game.
Well, they said in 2017 they were working on their next big mobile game that they were developing in-house. And they were like, oh, we've had this in mind for a while. I mean, I think it would be surprising if it wasn't something related to Elder Scrolls. Because they've only...
card game.
Or a Fallout card game.
Card game?
Card game, like Elder Scrolls.
None of us are Sims. We're all beautiful human beings.
My accent bad?
No.
I understand you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought for a second you meant COD, COD, Call of Duty.
Oh,
I knew that was
because that would make sense.
I know it didn't make sense. I was like, why don't I get this joke? CODs. Where's the CODs? Anyway, that's my Australian.
If there is, it'll come out today.
Yeah,
it's available now.
Yeah, if there's a mobile game.
That was awesome in 2015 when they were like, Fallout Shelter is out right now. Fall 4 is coming in a few months. Here's something to...
And everyone was stoked, and everyone played it, and everyone liked it.
Like, our war room that day was a mess.
Oh my
like, everyone trying to get work done. Everyone's like, okay, but this guy needs to go.
That was when I
mate with this girl. I need some more followers.
That was right when I knew I'd gotten the GameSpot job, but I still wasn't on staff. So I was watching E3, and I remember Andy Bauman and Danny had downloaded the War Room. That was the first video I watched, I think, of that E3. I didn't really pay attention the rest of the time. I don't like GameSpot that much. I'm just kidding. I think I'm most excited for Arcane as well.
Yeah.
To see what they're doing, even if it's just Prey DLC. I would love a standalone Prey game. Again, I don't think that's going to happen, but I also don't know why they wouldn't
my
do
Geralt
that.
was a hoe.
Why they would do a regular DLC as opposed to a standalone kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that does seem.
And my Geralt was.
I think Elder Scrolls 6 was
such
the
a good guy, man.
Sentiment.
Some would say boring.
Yeah. That and like a surprising amount for Starfield.
Would say kind.
Starfield is one of those ones that what are people going off? Trademarks.
Oh my gosh, like nothing.
A NeoGAF leak. I think even like a 4chan leak at one point.
Everybody in chat when I played that game wanted me to cheat. I resisted all temptation.
Fallout 76 to backtrack.
Apart from in the DLC.
Keep going because obviously
in the DLC I slept with.
Fallout New Vegas was very much a role-playing game. The earlier Fallouts were pretty heavily.
Slept with the girl at the wedding. I forget her name.
Morrowind was.
But that wasn't my Geralt.
Then as Bethesda Game Studios went
That's
on,
why Eric wrote hashtag not my Geralt, because that wasn't my Geralt. That was chat's Geralt. When I played the Witcher DLC, it was I said to chat, you can have this Geralt. It could be your Geralt. It's not my Geralt. Dinner, Eric. This is my dinner.
We come from different backgrounds, from different countries. We have different interests and different points of view. We aren't all developers, but it takes all of us, every one of us, to make these games. A job we take very seriously. We try and break things and fix things that are broken. We keep the teams happy and fed. We keep our fans happy and on the edge of their seats. We keep the books balanced, discover new talent, and interact with our community. Most of all, we work together as old friends and new. What unites us is our passion for games. Games as diverse as the people who make them and play them. We're not just living the dream, we're creating it. We are all. Bethesda Softworks, how may I direct your call? You can start the show. Please welcome Bethesda's Global Senior Vice President, Pete Hines.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. You sound good. I love you too. You look good. You guys ready to go? As Paula said, my name is Pete Hines, and I'm delighted to be back on stage for Bethesda's 4th annual E3 Showcase. Now, we've got all kinds of surprises in store for you tonight, so whether you're here with us in the audience or you're one of the millions who are watching around the world, settle in, get ready for the very best in gaming. Our theme this year is Create, and it's a theme embraced by our 10 studios spread around the globe, the incredibly talented folks who make the Bethesda games that you'll soon be playing. But as you saw in our intro video, it's not just developers. Everyone at Bethesda is a part of the team that brings our games to life, and that extends to all of you, because we create the worlds, but you create your own adventures, stories, and experiences, and it's your passion for games that drives us every day to strive for excellence. The past year has been an exciting one for Bethesda as we released some of the best games of 2017. Games like Prey, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider, The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2. We even released exciting updates for The Elder Scrolls Online. We brought full open world VR with Fallout 4 and Skyrim, plus Doom VFR, and we even released our first 2 games for the Nintendo Switch. So we were thrilled when Metacritic named us the top publisher in the industry with the highest overall review scores across all of our games. But tonight is about the future. We're here to show you where we're headed and the games that we're creating that you'll soon be playing, the worlds that you'll be inhabiting in the next year and beyond. So, we're starting with a game that we announced a few weeks ago through our friends at Walmart Canada. Perhaps best known for their low prices and ability to keep a secret. So let's get things started with a look at Rage 2.
All right! My name's Andrew WK, and we came to party! Are you ready to rage? I said, are you ready to rage? What about you? You ready to rage? Are you ready to rage? Let's have some fun! Come on, E3! We got ready to go! This is your time to pay. This is your judgment day. We made a sacrifice, and now we come to take your life. With you, without a gun, we'll take on anyone. It's really nothing new. It's just a thing we like to do. You better get ready to die. Get ready to die. Better get ready to kill. Get ready to kill. Get ready to kill.
Okay, that was a lovely meal. Sorry, just moving my mic. Yeah, that was nice. Needed that. Bit of fuel. What's happening, guys? Oh, it's the Rage band. This is the band from Rage 2. Just show us the effing game, JC. He's friends with the Jackass guys. Yeah, he was on a Jackass. Wasn't he in a Jackass movie? He's got some pretty cool dance moves. That must be the most static crowd he has ever played in front of. Look at them. Don't worry about CP404 Volplay. He's just the regular pessimist. I mean, he balances things out for us. You'll get used to CP after a while. He dove off a ramp with a shopping cart while singing. Never seen those moves, so I still don't know who he is. I've never seen those movies. Just talking about his dance moves.
Let's give it up again for Andrew WK, the perfect song for Rage 2.
Andrew WK.
Hi everyone.
Let's get
My
ready
name is
to
Tim
die.
Woods, and I am the studio director at id Software.
And I'm Magnus Nedfors, game director at Avalanche Studios.
And we're here to say that Rage is back. Now, we had a ton of crazy ideas.
Yeah, I mean, if you can
playing
convince
Rage 2,
CP to like a
and
game
we
in this
needed
show,
the right
if you
studio
can convince
to bring
him,
our vision to
then
life. Now, we've admired the open
I'll give you a
world
reward.
chaos in all of Avalanche Studios games. And as we're about to show you, they delivered big time.
crowd are simps. They're Garys.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Bunch of Garys in the crowd.
Yeah! Well, speaking for everyone at Avalanche Studios, this is really a dream to come true for us. The world of Rage 2 is perfect for our style of gameplay. But even more exciting than that has been to work with these guys at id Software. These guys invented the first-person shooter. And they still make the best shooters out there. So it's been a really great collaboration to bring you the most insane open world shooter you have ever played.
So Rage 2 transports players into a dystopian future, devoid of society, law, and order. Now, you play as Walker, the last ranger of the wasteland. Now, you know, I can talk all night about our guns, the powers you'll use, the vehicle combat, and of course, you know, the crazy open world. But I know that you are here to
So
see
cringy.
the game.
That or the guy on the left is a midget.
Well, not only do we have
Or the guy on the
Rage
right is a
2
giant.
playable at our
I'm
booth
going
at
with a
E3,
midget.
But we've
Midget
got
theory
for
sounds
you
better to
an
me.
extended look at the world and gameplay of Rage 2.
I love these guys
Let's
though,
check it
man.
out
Especially
right
that
now.
tall one. I think that tall one looks fucking awesome. He looks like he's out of The Witcher. He looks like he should be presenting a
Asteroid on a collision course
medieval
with
game. Skyrim. He'd be perfect for Skyrim, wouldn't he? They could dress him up and he'd look so authentic.
80%
of the Earth's population dead.
Like the giant. Skyrim.
God turned his back on humanity long ago.
Or the new Elder Scrolls game. I mean.
It wasn't a war. It wasn't
You're
a
literally
global
Chuck
warming.
Norris.
It was a fucking asteroid.
I was born in this shithole. Parents murdered, an orphan of this wasteland. An army of mutants killed everyone I ever loved. All that's left is hate, fear, and the need for survival. You see, part of growing up was watching everything get taken from me. I stood by, did nothing. And now, I'm the last ranger of this wasteland. And there's only one thing left to do!
Brand Raccoon 709, thank you for the follow, man. Sorry I missed it. It was 20 minutes ago, man. Sorry I missed that one, buddy. I hope you're still there.
Hello, E3.
You can see the appreciation. I appreciate it, buddy.
In a moment,
I didn't even hear that alert. Sorry.
Into the Eden spaceport mission, where Walker, our main protagonist, is out to find a rare artifact that will aid him in his quest to take down the Authority.
Like ignoring.
Doctor, I'm approaching the Eden Space Center.
Ah, yes, I forgot to say. It might be overrun by bandits. The Goon Squad, to be precise. You must likely slay them first, before pulling down the Ecopod from orbit and securing the untainted nanotrites therein.
Doctor, you've made it to the Space Center.
Seamless open world game, man. I'm well up for this game. I'm sold. Doesn't take much to sell me. That's why I buy games. I don't look into the deep enough. Oh, that weapon looks cool. I like that frisbee thing. That's out of Mad Max, isn't it, that weapon? The little kid has that in Mad Max. Is it Mad Max 2? She has one of them.
It sings. Rocket, rocket, singing songs to the... It mounts on the wall. It's motion sensor activated. It's the Rocket the Crusher talking acting, and it can be yours wild and flat. Rage.
I want this game because Mad Max is badass, yeah. But it has it's id, isn't it? So it's id as well. Just what is the Mad Max guys? It's got the team that made Doom, as you can tell. Because on the first one was just id, wasn't it? It was only id that did the first one. But this one, I think they've brought in. It's like a joint team of the Doom guys and the Mad Max guys. It looks really cool, man. It actually looks like it plays a bit like Doom. That combat there.
Excellent. Now, look for the central computer. You will initiate the recall procedure for Eco-15, still in orbit.
Recall sequence approved. Beginning Ecopod recall.
I'm hoping for a new Doom game as well, yeah. I think this would be really good, actually.
Hurry, get the untainted nanotrites and get out.
I'm double sold on it.
For you, there is an extra boon.
Too slow.
Something that will make you a veritable superhero.
Elevator's still running. So far, so good. Looks like Ranger Walker's gonna get a bit of a boost today.
Maybe maybe you can level your guy up so Forrest Gump is too slow. Maybe once you get power-ups, you can run faster. Do you know what I mean? Once you level your guy up, if you choose to level him up that way, maybe you'll be able to move quicker. I don't know. It looks like Doom, man. So much. It looks like it plays so much like Doom. Look at it. Yeah, I'm a lot more sold on this game now than what I was from just seeing the trailer. This will definitely fill the Borderlands gap. It'll probably do more than that, I think. Yeah, the story might not be great, that's true, Eric. It might not have the best story.
From Bethesda Software,
I think it will play well,
Christian
though.
Van Hoos.
Reloading
How's it going,
and
everybody?
Iron
I'm
Sights
Christian
is
Van
not
Hoos,
Doom.
community
No,
manager
that's
for
true.
the Elder
There's no
Scrolls
reloading.
Legends.
But did you see the
For
similarities?
past
I
year, we have
definitely
taken
saw
what I think
some
is the best
similarities.
digital card game and made it even better.
Mainly the
New
mainly the
cards,
movement.
new
I know the
modes,
movement was
new
slow,
ways
but
to
mainly the way he was
play, and much
evading.
more.
He was evading
But we
not
wanted to
getting
push
shot
ourselves
by
even
moving,
further. So
like you do in
tonight,
Doom, you know,
I'm thrilled
and
to
jumping
announce
in
that we
and
will soon be relaunching
jumping
the
out.
Elder Scrolls Legends with brand new,
Not
totally
completely
overhauled
like Doom,
visuals.
but
I'm
I
also
guess 'cause
very
it's
excited
the
to let
same
you all
teams on it.
know that Legends will
It's
be
a similar.
available later this year on Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
Elder Scrolls Legends.
But there's no reason to wait to play the game that Apple awarded Best of the Year in 2017. Download The Elder Scrolls Legends for free and join me tonight on PC, mobile, or tablet. And any progress you make in the game will be carried over to the console versions through your Bethesda.net account. And now, let's take a look at the future of Legends and see why this isn't just my favorite card game, but will soon be yours as well.
It starts small. One game is all it takes. But Legends never stay simple, never stay small. This is action. This is story. This is competition. This is easy to pick up. This is hard to put down.
I will definitely get this.
This
Oh,
is
do you
a
like card
5-minute
games,
train ride.
Quentin?
This is a 5-hour marathon.
I think I would, but I've not really
This
got
is
into
for any
them.
way you play. This is for anywhere you play. This is for strategy fans. This is for those who want magic at their fingertips. This is for
Mind
those
you,
who
I
want
say that and I never
dragons at
bothered
their
to
command.
touch that card game in The Witcher 3.
This is a game where
played
legends
over.
are born. This is for you.
Thing is, with card games, it's nice to have them in your hand, isn't it? Look at them and them tangible quality.
From ZeniMax Online Studios.
Gwent is better.
Matt
Yeah, I skipped
Fyra.
over Gwent.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. I'm Matt Fyra. I'm the game director on the Elder Scrolls Online. Thank you.
Skyrim for Android.
Before I get started tonight, I just want to do a shout out. It was really great. We started the showcase tonight with a video highlighting the really talented
Maybe
people that
FPR.
work behind the scenes to make all of these great games possible. So standing here on stage, I'm representing a whole lot of amazing people at ZeniMax Online Studios that I go to work with every day. It's a great honor and privilege. So I go to work with them every day, but at night, I go home, log into Elder Scrolls Online, and I get to play games with you guys, the best gaming community in online gaming. We are such big fans of what we do. We play the games just as, we make them, and we play them just as much as you guys do. It's what we do. So you might not know it, but we're right there alongside. I'm playing there with you. I'm running dungeons. I'm exploring Tamriel, questing, crafting, decorating my house, PvPing, stabbing. Yeah, that was me. And I'm really humbled to say that the Elder Scrolls Online community just keeps getting bigger. We're over 11 million players now. And over 1 million of those came in just the last year alone.
Wow, it's really taken off, isn't it?
So last year was really great for us in a whole lot of ways. We were named MMO of the Year for the 3rd straight year. We released Morrowind. A lot of great DLC, and just last week we released Somerset, the latest chapter in the Elder Scrolls Online. It's been received with great critical acclaim. Everyone loves it. You get to travel to the island home of the High Elves for the first time in 20 years. It's great for new players. If in the off chance you aren't playing Elder Scrolls Online, this is a great chance to jump in and play. And of course, all you veteran ESO fans are already there. But we're not done there. We make DLC every quarter and chapters. Content comes out so regularly for Elder Scrolls Online. We're already working on our great plans for next year. But before that, the next DLC coming out is a dungeon DLC named Wolf Hunter, based on werewolves.
Wow, sounds cool.
And later this year, we have a story DLC named Murkmire. We're going back to Blackmarsh. So you guys have all been asking for a deeper dive into Argonian lore and culture. You're going to see it later this year.
Part of me would love to get into MMO.
So there's one theme that runs through all of the Elder Scrolls Online's content, and that is great storytelling. From the launch game through all the DLC and chapters, it's really, really what holds the game together.
Kind of a little bit
but it's not just the stories that we as developers create for you guys to experience. It's also the stories that you create together when you play this great virtual world.
Need to.
So I'm going to leave you tonight with a video highlighting just some of the amazing stories and memorable characters that you'll meet on your ESO journey.
You can have some amazing
Thanks, everyone.
experiences.
See you in Tamriel.
A decent. That puts me off as well, Eric. All the editions and all the DLC you need to buy, that kind of puts me there as well. Quite an expensive hobby, isn't it? It's almost like if you don't buy the next one, you can't reach the level cap. Can't level up to a certain point. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would definitely like to get into it. I don't know, he's caused way too much, yeah. That's my fear. I mean, I don't really know how they work, but I know I'd probably want to have to buy all the DLCs to just keep up with everybody. Because you make friends, don't you? And then they'll all buy the DLC and you'll have to buy it. And you'll just have to keep buying them to keep up. It's almost like if you don't buy it, then you can't really play anymore with the same people because you're behind. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. And they're not cheap. There's so many, isn't there? What we should do is we should all game share on the Xbox. We should all game share, a load of us, and we take it in turns to buy one each. And then it'd be really cheap. Split it. Oh, is this Doom? It's Doom. Oh, it's Doom. Doom 2. Yes, it's Doom 2. Wow. Doom 2. Oh, you can't leave me there. Can't leave me hanging there.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom Eternal.
And I'm Hugo Martin, creative director on Doom Eternal.
In 2016,
I've played
we
150
launched our
hours
reboot
of Doom, yeah.
and have been blown away
I'm gonna,
by your
if
support
when this
and
comes out, I'm gonna
excitement
get
for
it
the
from the
game.
very beginning. The first day it comes out, I'm gonna
Thank
play
you.
it a lot.
In fact, it's a combination of your passion and our team's love of making Doom that has motivated us to deliver even more.
So we're back to announce Doom Eternal. An awesome, awesome new sequel to Doom. For the past 2 years, it's been so inspiring to hear you guys talk about what you'd like to see next. And I gotta tell you, we're right there with you. Like, you want the Doom Slayer to feel even more powerful? Well, we got it.
I like him sped up a little bit
You
more.
want even more badass demons? Well, there are twice as many in this game. You want to see hell on earth? Well, we just teased it.
It did, man. It was hell on earth.
But what we're most excited about is to show you some of the things that you might not be expecting.
That's right, including a ton of features.
Yeah, I read
we'll
that
have
it
to
will be
save
out
for
on the
later
Switch,
because our
Quentin.
team will
Sure
be
it will.
debuting Doom Eternal at QuakeCon this August.
Oh.
We'd love for you to
be
join
at
us
QuakeCon.
live in Dallas, or of course you can tune in online to catch all the fun. But until then, we want to thank everyone who continues to play Doom.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true, Vault Boy. Yeah, I did see a documentary where they did think about it. They thought about the story and stuff, like particularly around the beginning of the game when you wake up, and they thought about putting a story in, and then they just decided, yeah, they made a point, and they just
How's
said,
everybody feeling tonight? Pretty hype?
we're not going to put anything in. We're just going to have
Just
him
like a
wake
little
up and
hype
start
or like
killing.
crazy hype right
And that is
now,
what,
right?
and that is what
Let's
they
go.
went for. They didn't want to.
Thanks.
They
Hi.
did have ideas
I'm
and
Joshua
stories,
Boyle,
but they just.
community manager for Quake Champions. Thank you very much. Ever since the first Quake title was released in
Well, new Quake as
1996, our games have been shaped by you, the players. Now that proud tradition continues with Quake Champions, which has evolved with community in mind and will always be the fastest and most fun multiplayer
Well,
shooter,
Eric, that's a game I'm
period.
definitely going to get, so you'll be able to play that anyway. You won't have to buy it. You'll be the game share. So.
And that's not the only tradition that Quake's continuing.
Who knows when it's out though?
These days, we're hearing a lot of talk about esports.
Yeah, I'm excited about
but Quake
Doom.
has been there from the very beginning. In fact, we started hosting competitions at QuakeCon over 20 years ago. Let's hear it for QuakeCon. And this year, we'll expand on our legacy as the original esport with everything from intense grassroots competitions to major tournaments at QuakeCon and DreamHack Winter.
Yeah, Quake is great fun. I got into Quake actually on the N64, believe it or not.
We've been doing this for a long time. And we're continuing to build with more competitions for more players than ever before.
At first, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the game because there was no campaign on it. I just couldn't understand it because I hadn't played a game like it.
Won't stop until we've delivered a game.
And I was playing it on the N64 and I just thought, oh, I'll play it. And then I thought, there's not much to it. And then I kept playing it and I just become addicted and I couldn't stop playing it.
That's why we just added a bunch of new features to make
no, actually, I'm lying. It wasn't the N64, but it was a Dreamcast. I think it may have been a Dreamcast.
Together.
Not sure. I think it was a Dreamcast.
We're still in early access, but tonight we want to welcome all of you into the
arena. It was a Dreamcast. It was. I think the Dreamcast was like the first online console as well.
We're opening up Quake Champions to everyone through a trial of our free-to-play version before it even launches. Plus, if you get in and download this week, you can stay and keep playing Quake Champions for free even after the trial closes. So head to Quake.com and start playing with me and all of my Quake family tonight. Don't miss your chance to join one of the most passionate and welcoming communities in gaming. Now, for a taste of what you'll be playing tonight after our showcase is over, check out our new trailer for Quake Champions.
We'll find out how tasty soon.
The bigger the guns, the bigger the boom.
Tell you what, Bethesda are really starting to find their feet at E3 now, aren't they? What is this, their 4th year? 3rd year? 4th year? They're really starting to have real strong presentations. A lot of games, man. Really good games. Can't wait for the new Doom. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm gonna play the hell out of that, literally. Literally. I'd like to play this if I had another PC. Oh, another Prey as well. New Prey as well.
Hello E3 from all of us at Arcane Studios here in Austin, Texas. It's been 1 year since we launched Prey. And we want to send a big thanks to our incredible fan base for your support.
We've been so inspired by your passion and enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's very linked.
As a way of showing our appreciation,
Doom and Quake, very linked because they're both vid games.
Tonight.
Back in the day, they're both vid games.
Prey,
so
you're going to see 3 new modes: Story Mode, New Game Plus,
which was a big fan request,
and Survival Mode, which should be an interesting challenge for our most hardcore fans.
But that's just the beginning. We are really excited to tell everyone that we've also been working on a new Prey DLC. An infinitely replayable experience called Mooncrash.
Welcome, Mr. B, 6000. Welcome, Logan. Logan Paul as well.
All different each time you play.
Welcome, guys.
We're so excited. We can't wait to. What?
The moon is a harsh mistress. The longer you're here, the harder things are going to get for you. Let's get to work. The moon's mistress. Let's get to work. to work. Let's get to work.
Warning. Flooding and electrical damage detected. Warning. Lethal radiation levels detected.
How many people have streamed E3? Biggest gaming event of the year, isn't it? So I don't think, if you think about it, everybody's watching it. Everybody that loves games watches E3. So every streamer is going to be watching it, and then they're just going to be streaming it. I don't know, Eric. You probably got more from that than I did.
All right, before we begin, yes, Mom, I'm still alive. No, I'm not a mimic.
didn't get the full concept of it.
Hang on. There. I just want to make sure nobody tries to smack you because I saw Pete Hines with a wrench backstage a second ago.
Thank you, Ricardo. That's very sweet of you. So, like all arcade games, Prey is about playing your own way, and Mooncrash is no exception.
So you just saw a lot of cool stuff that's available tonight, but we're not done yet. We have one more surprise coming later this summer called Typhon Hunter.
Typhon Hunter is a lethal game of hide and seek, where one player goes head-to-head against 5 other players who get to be mimics.
And
There you go.
just like in Prey, the mimic players can disguise themselves as everyday objects. So, you know, things like a chair, a coffee mug, a space banana, whatever works. But definitely not a coworker, right, Susan?
Absolutely not. Probably not.
No!
Anyway, Typhon Hunter is a tense multiplayer mode that requires teamwork and improvisation and a very high tolerance for jump scares.
Before we go, I just want to say thanks on behalf of the whole team at Arcane Studios to all of our fans around the world.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
who have
Marigold.
played Prey and love it. We made this game for you, and we are constantly inspired by your creativity and enthusiasm.
What, in terms of 5
Thank you so
people
much,
all
everyone.
hunting one person, you mean? Like evolve in that way? Like 5 against 1? One guy's like the mimic. I'm not sure.
Please welcome Jens Mattis
I think it's
and
more
Jörg
like...
Gustafsson.
I don't know. I'm not even going to try and... I don't. I'll probably have to watch it again. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Hello, friends. I'm Jens Mattis, the creative director at Machine Games.
And I'm Jörg Gustafsson, executive producer at Machine Games.
Last year, millions of you took to the streets and sparked a revolution in Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. As BJ Blazkowicz, you rallied the American resistance and you beat the living fuck out of those Nazis.
They said it's available tonight. Oh, okay.
Thank you for embracing our game.
There's
We
the-
were
it's
honored
great,
to
yeah.
win Best Action
Go
Game
for it.
at the Game Awards last December. And we are excited to bring Wolfenstein 2 to Nintendo Switch on June 29th, so you can fight the Nazis on the go.
Oh, there you go, Quentin Powers. Got
And the
Wolfenstein now on your
Wolfenstein
Switch.
Revolution continues with our next project, which leaps ahead in time to tell the tale of BJ's twin daughters. Set in the 1980s in Paris, Wolfenstein Youngblood pushes the story forward.
They've done what they did with Wolfenstein 1 with Old Blood. They've got out Young Blood, so it's like
because
a
this game features
side game.
BJ's twin daughters, Wolfenstein Youngblood will be a co-op experience.
Oh. Co-op.
So while you can play it solo, you can also join with a friend to save the world together. The Resistance is counting on you.
I wonder if you need to buy the main game to play that. I wonder if you can just buy Youngblood and not bother buying Wolfenstein. Well, I'd love to play a Wolfenstein game co-op. It's like a great laugh.
Listen, children. I've been fighting all my life for this world. It never ends.
I'm getting tired now. Stay up, gotta stay up. What is it? It's 3 AM.
They're gonna send everything they have at you. To survive, you have to embrace the suffering. To stand up and carry.
I've never heard of Wolf. Well, if you like Doom, you'll probably like Wolfenstein.
It's not about the pain you can
Except
deal.
with Wolfenstein, you kill Nazis, not
It's about
demons.
how much you can take.
It's do or die, sis.
Same
Just
kind
like
of
Papa
thing.
taught us.
Except you're in Germany killing Nazi instead of hell demons. It's actually got quite a cool stealth system as well if you want to play it stealthy.
Hi. At Bethesda, we're proud of our history of innovation, and that includes breakthrough VR technology that we revealed at E3 2012.
Every time
Since
they
then,
talk, I
we've
hear
delivered
ka-ching.
some of the very best VR experiences in gaming, from Doom to Fallout 4 to Skyrim,
That's
and
10.
we're not done. Two of the franchises that we just heard about are going to also offer VR experiences. So, when Prey's Typhon Hunter is released later this summer, you'll be able to experience the competitive mode that Susan and Ricardo were just talking about in virtual reality. And it will also include a single-player experience that puts you in the boots of TranStar employees working to solve
Those his
puzzles aboard the
daughters.
Talos 1 space station. I'm also excited to announce a new Wolfenstein VR game.
Don't know the answer. Sorry, Head.
It's called Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, in which
I'm
you
crap
play a
at
hacker
like when I
who can
watch
take over
trailers. I
Nazi
just
robots
it's so
and turn
immersed
these
in the
war
trailer. I
machines
don't
against
really
their
look at the
masters.
details and think about it
in our
until I watch it a
never-ending
second
quest to
time.
bring the message of fuck Nazis to every platform possible.
Good. I just get lost in it. It's so excited about it. I get lost in it. Especially
Both
at
the
3
Prey
AM.
and Wolfenstein VR experiences are playable this week
Oh,
at
man,
our
I
booth
was
at
hoping for
E3, so
gameplay.
please stop by and give them a try. Now, we are really
You can play
excited
Wolfenstein
about everything
VR,
that
man.
we've
That would
shown
be
here
mental.
tonight, but I know there are a lot of you who are really here or really wondering about Fallout 76.
This will have to.
And I'm pleased to tell you that your wait is finally over. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the recipient of numerous
comes Todd.
Lifetime Achievement and Hall of Fame awards. He's the game director at a studio that has won a bevy of accolades and awards. And he's here tonight to tell us what he and his team have been taking so damn long to tell us all about. Will you please welcome my very good friend, Mr. Todd Howard.
I liked her. Thank God, finally happening.
We're all here. Looking good. Oh, it's great to be back at E3. Thank you so much. I could not be more excited to be here. I want to thank all our fans who came out tonight. And the millions of you watching online. We can't thank you enough. This is actually my 25th year at Bethesda, and I have seen a lot of cool things in that time. I gotta say, tonight is definitely one of them. I got to go to the very
There'd
first
be a lot of
E3
upset people.
right here in Los Angeles. I know. They're so cute when they're little. They're full of energy and life. And then, remember when little E3 ran away from home, went to Atlanta? Yes, a lot of you didn't come. I liked Atlanta, or East Coast. And then E3 went through the moody teen years and came back and locked itself in its room. Remember, it was in the convention center, but just in the meeting rooms. They didn't invite anybody. And I can remember literally walking between the halls and seeing nobody. I was like, this is how a zombie movie starts. And now E3 has grown up, it's in its 20s, it's more confident, can handle its alcohol better, like all of you. Thank you. So there's a good party after this, so pace yourselves. And I hope you're comfortable, by the way. I'm gonna be here for a while. And E3 has become such an incredible week of entertainment, but we know that most of you came here for one thing. Todd Howard! Thank you. I think it's to see where we're putting Skyrim next. Well, I think we have the best one yet.
The Elder Scrolls speak of the past and the future. Now, Skyrim looks to the future, to its ultimate version.
Alexa, play Skyrim.
You're level 57 and see a tall snowy mountain.
Climb it.
Now, Skyrim and life become one.
A mud crab scuttles towards you.
Fusroda!
I didn't catch that.
Fusroda!
I didn't quite catch that.
Fusroda!
Your shout echoes all the way to Sovngarde.
What happened?
Fusroda. That's the command
I'm
for
lost.
knocking things over.
Is there a command for picking shit up?
Haven't reached that level yet.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
This can't be real. It's not real.
The dragon unleashes fire breath on you.
Okay.
You have 7% health left.
Oh, shit. I drink a health potion.
You are out of health potions.
How many wheels of cheese do I have left?
473.
Okay, I eat all the cheese. I eat all of the cheese.
I've been eating cheese
Hey, hun.
on my Skyrim playthrough.
Remember what the doctor said about
discovered how-
dairy?
Yes. Right, yes, of course. You're the greatest. Thank you so much. I ate all of the cheese.
Introducing Skyrim, very special edition. Also coming soon to Etch-a-Sketch.
Let's get Fallout and Skyrim Luigi version.
And your Samsung smart refrigerator.
Isla Noose. Oh, that's cool.
Had to do it. Okay, really, we both know why you're here, and that's to talk about the next Fallout.
They love it, don't they?
Fallout
Teasing.
76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Set in the hills of West Virginia, you are one of the first to emerge into an untamed and very different
What are you dying
wasteland.
of laughter over? Quentin's comments, they skipped Fallout and decided to make Skyrim Luigi version. That dude did have a Luigi resemblance.
300 years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains.
Doesn't look. Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't look very. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of destruction. Looks a lot of those buildings previously looked like they were pretty untouched by any bombs. Then it went to that. You need to get a shovel and dig that power armor out.
For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself.
Country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
Vault 76, one of the very first vaults to open, was built to celebrate America's tercentenary, which is an awesome word, by the way. Like, that's your word of the night, tercentenary. You are one of the very special few selected to be an occupant and spent 25 years underground waiting for Reclamation Day, the day the vault opens.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day.
Hey, Vanilla Cream. Welcome, buddy.
I feared you'd never wake up. Don't you remember? Time to leave the vault. Most of the others have already gone.
It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
Goodbye. Aloha. Ciao. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen.
We always start with the world, and this time it features all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology. It allows us to have 16 times the detail and even view distant weather systems across the map. Now, most people don't know West Virginia that well. It is an incredible array of natural wonders, towns, and government secrets. This is where the actual nuclear secrets are. And the quest the Overseer sends you on will take you through 6 distinct regions, each with their own style, risks, and rewards. There's plenty of cool new Fallout creatures, and we even use the folklore of West Virginia to bring our Fallout versions to life. We have always wanted to tell that story of what it will be like for you and the other characters who were first to leave the vaults. But there is one big difference with this game. It's that each of those characters is a real person. Because yes, Fallout 76 is entirely online.
Oh, wow. Entirely.
Okay. I know, there's a lot. You have like 1,000 questions right now. So I'm going to go through them in order. Now, I'll hit a couple of the big ones. First, of course, you can play this solo. All right?
Yeah, I thought that, Eric. Little Witcher 3
You'll be
similar
who you
enemies.
want, exploring a huge
Especially that
world,
hag.
doing quests,
Who
experiencing a story, and leveling up. We love those things about our games too. It would not have it any other way. But also, like many of you, we have always wanted to see what our style of game could be with multiplayer. So many of us talk about experiences in our games, but we've never experienced them together. So about 4 years ago,
I don't think there is an offline
we
mode,
hit upon an
Bob Boy,
idea
because he said
that's
entirely
perfect
online.
for Fallout. Open world, survival, every person and character is real. And it was an idea that we just couldn't shake. We knew we had to do it and do it in a really big way. Now, I know you may have played survival modes in like some of our previous games or some other online games, and people wonder, is this hardcore survival? I like to think of it maybe, it's more softcore survival. Maybe that should be a new ESRB descriptor.
What would you do, Bob Boy, if he said we've got a Battle Royale mode?
Means the loss of progression or the loss of your character. Your character isn't tied to one server. As a matter of fact, you'll never even see a server when you play. You'll be in a world with dozens, not hundreds and not thousands of other players. It's the apocalypse. It's not an amusement park, okay? And you'll be able to join your friends whenever you want, and all of your progression goes with you. When we think about games, we think about worlds and the choices that you can make, the stories that you create and tell yourself. By creating a wide open world with very few rules, we have a game more than any game that we've ever done where the choices are yours, where you'll decide what happens. You'll decide the heroes and you'll decide the villains. Look, this is a whole new world for all of us here. And fortunately, our friends at Vault-Tec have made a series of informational videos for when all of us emerge together.
As you venture out into this new American frontier, some of your fellow survivors may not be neighborly.
Crap. Terrible. Oh.
Chin up there, sport. Not all Vault 76 dwellers will be so hostile. Find them and brave the new world together. Whether you choose to explore the wasteland alone or with friends, your days will be filled with fun activities.
You can run like a rabbit, fly like a bee. No matter what you do, you'll never get away from me because I'm right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby, and you'll never get away from me. Well, you can make up your face, now your hair. No matter what you do, turn around and up and down the corner. Right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby. Yeah, right behind you, baby, and you never gonna get away. Well, right behind you, baby, and you never gonna get away. Let's go now. Well, right behind you, never gonna get away.
Wow.
Like previous Fallouts, you can play this game solo in Quest. But the easiest way to survive in the
can play it
Wasteland
solo.
is to team up and build together. And in this one, you can build wherever you want. And you can also then move that to wherever you want.
You build whatever you want.
After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens. What separates man from beast? It is his desire to build. Get started with camps. The construction and assembly mobile platform. Construct your home of the future. With your home secure, you can now craft handmade ordnance at your leisure to give your altercations that personal touch.
Oh, that's awesome. You can build a base wherever you want to build it.
It falls on you and the ingenuity
And a
of
really,
your fellows
really
to rebuild
steep
the
hill.
America we
Build
hold
an
dear.
awesome fort on the top of it.
But don't become too attached too quickly. Monitor your environment for anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, that's the thing, I guess. Although you can play...
The home of tomorrow may undergo certain challenges. After a crisis, work with your neighbors to ensure success.
I mean, some of these creatures look
There's
like
no
it's going to
I
take 4 of
in
you to take
nuclear
them.
wasteland. Document your adventures. Your memories will shape the new American dream. What's that sound? Oh dear. There goes the neighborhood.
I don't know.
Yeah, we love
He did say
dynamic game
entirely
systems.
online, so...
So we thought, why don't we put multiple nuclear missile sites on the map? And then let all of you do whatever you want with them.
Today's episode, Atomics for Peace. When you emerge from the comfort and safety of your vault, the world you know will have changed. Take your friendly old neighbor, Johnny. Rather than coming over to borrow a cup of sugar, he may now be coming over for murder. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection. Nuclear armaments. That's right. Courtesy of your Uncle Sam, these wonders of the atomic age can be found right in your own backyard. But how does a fella like you acquire nuclear weapons, you may ask? Begin by inquiring with the locals. Gently coax them into cooperation. Use a little elbow grease if you have to. In the likely event you don't acquire a full code on your own, do not give up. Search for others who might be harboring a grudge. You'll have that nuclear launch code in no time. With the power of the atom at your fingertips, be responsible and consider your target carefully.
Attention. Launch sequence activated.
Will your bomb land on a rival camp of degenerates? A random stranger? The local wildlife? Whatever your target may be, take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources. Yet these rewards don't come without risk. The fate of this new world is yours to command with the power of the atom.
Crazy. Just nuke areas of the map.
We know you've played a lot of our games and a lot of online games, but this one really is unique. We have built a platform, 100% dedicated servers that will support this game now and for years to come.
So they've built servers, so probably it's all online.
And look, we know this is new for all of you. It's new for us. It's a little bit scary. And to that end, we're going to need your help. Because yes, we are going to have a beta. And it is sponsored by our friends at Vault-Tec as well. The Break It Early test application. Because evidently, these online games are hard. They can have some nasty issues. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs. I did. I read it on the internet, so it's true. And that sometimes it doesn't just work. Anyway, we know together that we are going to build something really special. And we also know that all of you love our special editions. And we have an awesome collector's edition for you. It starts
It'll
with
probably put you on a server with people that are of a similar level to you.
in the fucking dark. And it's great. It's so cool. It comes with figures you can put on the map. And it also comes with a Fallout collectible that really I've always wanted, so we made them for everybody to buy, and here it is.
Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of diving? Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top.
Yes, all of this, the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition. So you're probably wondering, when is this game coming out? We're excited to say that it's coming out this year, November 14th.
I knew it. They always do that. They bring it out at E3 and then they put it out the same year. They did exactly the same thing for Fallout 4.
Thanks again for all your support of Fallout. It's been 10 years since Fallout 3, our very first one. And it's been an incredible journey with all of you. We do have another Fallout anniversary that we are celebrating here at E3. It is the 3-year anniversary of Fallout Shelter, which we announced and released right here at E3. And we have some cool surprises for you.
Yeah.
Fallout Shelter is coming to the PlayStation 4. And because that guy said it, it's also coming to the Nintendo Switch. You can play it with the Joy-Cons or touch controls. And yes, it's still free. And excited to say these versions are coming out tonight. Again, thank you so much for your support of all that we do coming here tonight. When we see how many of you our games have touched, it's incredibly special. Especially Fallout Shelter. That game has been played by over 120 million people. Incredible. That is more people than every game that we have made combined. Incredible. It does kind of make you stop and realize that our games can have new lives on any type of device or system. And you know, when we looked at the iPhone 11 years ago, we had a few ideas for mobile games. Fallout Shelter was one of them, and we did have another one that was far, far more ambitious, and we've been building it. And it's in the other franchise that you love from us. It is called The Elder Scrolls Blades. Like Fallout Shelter, we wanted an experience that we were not finding anywhere else. Here it is. Blades, at its heart, is a pure Elder Scrolls game. A massive first-person RPG with console-quality graphics, but with a uniquely mobile experience. Believe me when I say you have to see this running on an iPhone 10. This gigantic screen does not do it justice. You can tap to move or use dual sticks. Combat is all new, and it follows your specific movements and timings. Harkening back to the first Elder Scrolls Arena, this game features both handcrafted and procedurally generated dungeons. And it's not just melee. You have a range of abilities and spells you can use. And of course, you can create your own character and be who you want to be, improving them, leveling up, picking new abilities.
Looks decent to me. It looks like a decent mobile game. This one be good.
And the entire game can be played in portrait mode. That one was incredibly important to us, that you could play it however you wanted. You never know when you'll need a free hand. To hold your coffee, what do you... Degenerates. And it's not just dungeons. It's incredible outdoor areas.
Yeah, it is,
yes,
but
running on a phone. It really looks...
they don't put all their energy into these games. I don't mind. I mean, if they stop making their PC and console games and just started making mobiles, then it'd be a different story. But they always put these out on the side as well as their new games that they announce, you know? It's like last year, they announced Fallout 4. That was coming out that year, and then they brought out Fallout Shelter with
Blades
it.
has several modes
I don't mind.
of play.
Side.
First, the Abyss.
Not like
A
they're
roguelike
sacrificing anything,
experience
is it?
where you can see how far you can go in an endless dungeon. And the Arena, where you will do battle one-on-one against other players.
Just an addition,
And the main mode,
really.
the Town. This is the hub for your story and quests.
Take it or leave it.
You are a member of the Blades.
Kind of like a bonus.
The Empire's top agents. Forced into exile, you return home to find your town destroyed and need to rebuild it. Yes, Blades also features a town building mode. You'll decide what your town looks like and be able to upgrade and decorate all of the individual elements in it. As your town levels up, you'll unlock new NPCs, quests, and more. You can even visit your friends' towns. This
That looks amazing.
This is an Elder Scrolls game that you can play however and wherever you want. And we are going to bring Blades to every device and system we can. Phones, PCs, consoles, also virtual reality, on mobile, all the way up to high-end VR on PCs. And what's really cool is all of those connect to each other. So one of my dreams is we'll go back to that portrait mode, which I like to call meeting mode.
Fallout
Because
Shelter
if you're in a meeting on your playing a
Fallout
game,
Shelter on mobile was my first
in
Fallout game
portrait
introduced me
mode,
to
no
the
one
culture.
knows
Oh, that's
you're playing a game.
cool, man. Well, he said that more
And so with
people have
Blades,
played
you could
Fallout
be in a
Shelter
meeting playing
than all
Blades
their games
against
combined. So
someone at home in VR.
must have introduced a whole lot of people to their game.
Blades is coming this fall
to
for
to
free.
the whole Fallout franchise.
And you can pre-order it tonight on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Also, this week, go to playblades.com and register for early access. If you're here at E3, Blades is going to be playable in our booth. So please, come by and check it out. You really need to see it running on the phone. We'd love to see you. Please come by. I just want to thank you all again, all of our fans here, everybody watching online, for all of your support over the years. It is so exciting to show you all that we have coming out this year.
True.
And it is an honor and a blessing
It's a great way, isn't
to
it,
represent
them to
all
get
of the
people into the
incredible
franchise.
people at Bethesda Game Studios. We have 3 offices now in
I
Maryland,
know it's the reason why people
Montreal,
buy
and
it, but
Austin. There's
dang,
a lot of them
it would
here
have
tonight. I want
introduced a
them
lot
to
of
hear your
people to their
appreciation
franchise.
for their work.
If that many people have played it, more people have played that than played all their games combined. Think how many people it would have introduced to Fallout. That's pretty good for them, really. Good for Fallout. The more people that get into Fallout, people buy it, then Fallout games will get.
Just the best team and group of people I could ever hope for. Amazing. We also thought, since we're all here together tonight and it's so special, maybe we'd do something a little different too. And tell you what we have coming beyond this year in the future.
Yeah, because they don't usually do that, do they?
We have also been working on a brand new next generation single player game.
Fast, they've been doing the new Elder Scrolls games.
But this one is in an all-new epic franchise.
Oh, this is the science fiction.
Our
based one.
first wholly original franchise in 25 years. We're excited to announce our next adventure.
This is it. Worked for me, I went out and bought Fallout 4. Definitely worked for you. You got a Fallout 4 Xbox One, that's cool, man.
Starfield is a game that we have spent years thinking about and working on.
I hope it's
Something we feel uniquely positioned to pull off and that we're incredibly excited about. But we're also building toward the game after that. And it's the one you keep asking about.
Oh, so it is an Elder Scrolls. They're doing another Elder Scrolls. You look really tired too, by the way. Yeah, what's the time? Wow. New Elder Scrolls game. Man.
Okay, actually,
Yeah, it's 4
now I'm
a.m.
really done. I just want to thank you all for your time tonight, the time you've spent in our worlds. We'll see you out there.
Can I get another round of applause, please?
Another round of applause, please, for Todd Howard. We only get him up here like once every 3 E3s, but boy, when he shows up, he brings the goods.
He does.
Thanks also to all of our studios and teams around the world who are so dedicated to giving our fans the very best games. If you're a gamer on any platform of any kind, we think we've got something for you. And I hope you're as excited about what you've seen tonight as we are, whether it's a new Fallout game, a new Elder Scrolls game from Bethesda Game Studios that you can play on your phone for free, Rage 2, Doom Eternal, and so much more. We're really excited. Now, remember, if you want to be one of the first to play Elder Scrolls Blades or join the Fallout 76 beta, you need to go to Bethesda.net and register. It's easy and it's free. For all of you here with us tonight, thank you so much for joining. The party is going to continue afterwards. For everyone else around the world, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone have a good night and a great E3.
Well, yeah, that's it for today, Quentin. But tomorrow we have PlayStation. I think we've got Square Enix. That was decent. For me, I think that was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that press conference. But yeah, tomorrow we have, let's see, tomorrow we've got, oh, we've got Ubisoft. We got a lot going on tomorrow, Quentin. We got Square Enix at 6 PM UK time, 10 PM PT time. Pacific time, sorry. 10 AM Pacific time, 1 PM Eastern time, 6 PM UK time, 3 AM AEST. And then after that, 1 PM Pacific time, 4 PM Eastern time, we've got Ubisoft. After that,
hi everyone, welcome back to
after Ubisoft, we've got the PS Gaming Show.
Show ended,
3 PM Pacific time, 6 PM Eastern time.
Starfield.
And then
Things
last,
were real.
tomorrow, we've got
Bethesda's admitting it
Sony,
now. I don't know, if you weren't here for the pre-show, I'm Mike Mahardy. I'll be hosting for the next half hour
which
or
is
so
the
as
same
we
time as
wind down the
Bethesda's was
evening here in
tonight.
sunny San Francisco. Here's
Tomorrow's going to be a good day
Lucy James,
also.
and Jess
Excited to see what
McDonald.
Ubisoft have, and
Bethesda,
even
that was the
Sony for
longest
sure.
press conference ever?
And then Tuesday, we got Nintendo.
Hour and a half. 85 minutes.
Okay. Damn. I mean, it started off on definitely a slow note, a cringy note. Rage 2 stuff, they took them like, what, 10 minutes to finally get to gameplay of anything?
There was a lot of awkward pausing and standing.
I do this with Starfield, yeah. They didn't show us. I don't think they want to show us anything that's not out this year.
You hired Andrew WK. He's the focal point.
Yeah.
Just do that.
And he was asking if people were ready to rage. And they clearly weren't.
They did not look ready to rage.
It was a hot day in LA. Then they were kind of tired. It looks like. Rage 2.
Yeah.
Or no, let's start off actually. Shit, I kind of want to start off with Bethesda stuff. Let's start off with Fallout because we found out that's the one thing we were really curious about. Todd Howard has confirmed that it is an online multiplayer game. Although you can play it solo.
You can play it solo.
You can.
But
it'll be challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in West Virginia.
I think even if you choose to play it solo, you're still going to be on a server with other people. So
you can build bases anywhere, which people have pointed out
you know,
is a mod in Fallout.
you can
4,
go
but
out
this
and
is
do the missions
base
on your
game
own.
material on Bethesda's part.
But you could still get killed by other
What else
players.
to talk about?
There are nuclear weapons.
He said it's entirely online, so
strange.
play the game. You must
Yeah,
have to
it's
connect to the
So if I
server.
spend a bunch of time building
It
a
puts
base,
you on.
putting all my time and resources into
Yeah.
it, someone could just come and blow.
Because
my
that's
stuff up.
multiplayer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not cut
I
out
know,
for
me
this.
neither.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're not ready
But
for
the other
Fallout
interesting,
76,
yeah. But they said you're not going to be with everybody. You're not going to be with everybody who's playing
Dozens
Fallout
in one
76.
server.
He said from dozens to hundreds. It's
No, I
scaled-
thought he said not. Oh,
Not
he said
hundreds.
not
Oh.
hundreds, but
Yeah, he said
dozens.
we'll be
my bad.
dozens.
Sorry.
There are dozens of us.
So they showed. It looked like the most people we saw playing cooperatively. I don't know if you'd call it. I mean, if you're talking about like Destiny, it would be a fire team. But it looked like there's 4 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what would prevent you from teaming up with like 8. Maybe you can. I don't know. It could be like Sea of Thieves, where you come across people and maybe you can team up with them.
Yeah.
Maybe like a battle royale, so like an actual battle royale
Too
kind of.
bad. Dude just got his arm shot off, and now
Yeah,
he's
dude.
really fucking dead.
Collecting
So,
caps.
I
Looks
guess
like
VATs don't work.
Yeah.
That's the thing we were talking
Super
about.
disappointing. Yeah.
They must have improved the. I hope they improved the combat since Fallout 4, which itself was an improvement on the
Yeah,
earlier
VATs.
Fallout 3.
Surely you can't
but
use VATs
Yeah.
Still wasn't great.
multiplayer.
I feel like
ideal.
Bethesda real-time combat, because Skyrim's got the same problem. It's fine. Combat's fine. Like, it works. But
Yeah.
VATS is really what made Fallout combat, like, interesting. And it's also the way, at least most people I know, played Fallout combat. So it'd be a little disappointing to lose that.
I'd be interested to see if there was some way they could implement it, maybe in like little pockets, I guess, of the map.
Good night,
like,
Clean
maybe
Bird.
VATs
Thanks for
could work
watching.
everyone there, but
Thank you.
I guess the
don't
fact that
know.
it
Good to see
slows
you
down
again.
time,
Yeah,
though,
that's
you
Maybe
can't
catch you
have
tomorrow.
people working on different.
Why is that guy moving at half speed?
yeah, exactly.
Does
Can
any-
you imagine lag?
Does anybody know?
5
their
or
West
6?
Virginia
Oh
folklore?
man,
It
I'd
seems
give
like
it a
they're taking into
9.
account-
Yeah, do you?
Hey, I'm
I don't know,
I'm
do you
giving it
do?
a 9
What do you
because
do
I
in
love
Australia,
Doom.
UK?
Doom 2. Love the
I'm
look
gonna
of
give this a real
Rage.
place.
I know. Like who's
Love
actually
the look
been
of the
there?
Fallout.
John Denver.
It looks like good one. It looks like
I like that.
Well, they said
Even
they're
like that new
gonna
Elder
base on, like, I
Scrolls
don't know, like, I'm
mobile
trying to think
game.
of, like,
That
Sasquatch
looked
is in
really
West Virginia,
cool.
but they're saying they're basing on actual, like they're gonna insert West
and
Virginia
they've got a
folklore
new
into it.
Elder
I don't know, Johnny
Scrolls
Appleseed, who knows where
out
he went.
next year.
What
And
are
they've
your
got
thoughts? I know
StarCraft.
you were.
Look,
Whatever
I'm
it's-
hesitant, right? Like, I think I'm a little bit worn out on the Fallout universe to a degree, and what this game does differently kind of actually takes away some of the things that I did still like, which included VATS primarily.
I think quite a few people will be
That said, I'm always
disappointed
up for
about
a fun
this.
time in multiplayer. Like, this could be fun.
Yeah.
It very well could be. It really, obviously, I won't know until I play it, and I will play it. I will give it a shot.
Seems so weird.
Only
I mean, okay,
Fallout,
so
really? Okay.
the idea for them is that they really want to make a game where you're the first people to come out of vaults on Reclamation Day. If you played Fallout 4, you know that went wrong. You were really just it was a science experiment, but it turns out that Vault Tech didn't get to the people, the overseer of the vault, so you just went out on your own. Fallout 3, same thing. Like, shit hit the fan with your dad. This one, it seems weird that they're letting you take control of nukes, whereas the other games, at least most of the other games, were anti-nuke.
Yeah, and it sounds a little bit, though, like they're going to make that difficult to attain, right? Because what we're seeing right here is the idea that, you need a complete password.
Yeah,
right?
but
So I'm just gonna
Microsoft
find it,
are
right? So
more,
there
they
will be
like,
an amount
you
of
know,
cooperation that's required. Once
they're
you
not
blow
game
a place-
developers, are they? Like,
This is
they
where
own
I'm
the
a little bit
console.
interested in this mechanic,
Because you could
is that
compare
it transforms
Microsoft to
the land and
Sony.
becomes sort of like a difficult, tainted
But if you was to
land where you can
compare
get, like,
Bethesda
really
to, say,
great loot.
EA,
So I kind of like that aspect.
do you
of
say
it.
EA's
Are you
presentation
all
was better than
apprehensive,
Bethesda's?
knowing the quality or the
I mean, I definitely.
the
I think
abundance of
Bethesda's
bugs when
better
Bethesda
than
games
EA.
first launched,
For
knowing
me.
this is also online multiplayer.
Bugs don't
But then
bother me
again, I
much,
don't play a lot of those
I'm
sports
not-
titles.
Video games have
But I
always had
enjoyed
bugs. They
EA's.
always will have bugs.
Yeah.
I'm not one to get very upset about that.
There was some, I don't know, I thought I was imagining it, but you also mentioned it. There were a couple times during that gameplay where it looked like the frame rate was
Yep.
slowing down.
Yep, looked like butt.
I mean,
Did
again,
shudder a couple times. I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys more excited, less excited than you were?
To be honest, like I'm not the biggest Fallout fan. Like I'll play it, I'll enjoy kind of the time I've spent in it. Fallout for me is a podcast game.
Mhm.
Like it's kind of one of those ones you can just like wander around and get lost in. I'm not particularly invested in the franchise, so for me it's like another game that I will play, but I'm not super hyped about it.
Yeah.
But I am interested to see what it does.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah, I like the idea of like, you know, everyone gets to be their own like, you know, Vault Escapee. Everyone's gonna have like their own like whole thing, and you can team up. But I
you
kind
prefer
of
the
like
A's,
the
did you?
tone of Fallout, like you were saying, Peter. And I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Oh, yeah,
like,
Battlefield,
because
yeah.
it says like it keeps your state.
I like
and everything.
TAs.
So it's like if you played this game for hundreds of hours, where they're just like the map's mostly nuked and stuff. Like I don't know what that turns into.
Yeah.
And I also, I mean, and I love the story of that comes with Fallout games. It comes with Bethesda games, and it's something that I had a problem with Elder Scrolls Online is I feel like it's difficult to access the story when you inject multiplayer. It just it has like competing kind of zones, at least for me. I don't know. I'd be interested to play it.
That'll be what, November 14th?
14th.
A few days after Veterans Day.
Gonna be really
So,
interesting.
You got Red Dead 2.
Yeah, it
There's a
works.
bunch of games. Yeah.
Because it is such a story-based game as well.
You're gonna buy that
The map and the power helmet, the
power
251.
helmet
Yeah.
edition. Yeah.
Yeah. The
You need
map
more
glows in
crap
the
in your
dark.
life. The map looks cool. I'd like
The map looks really
for
cool.
like a month.
Go in the dark
I
map.
didn't even see until the gameplay we just showed. I missed
Put that on your bedroom
6
wall at night when you go to
individual
sleep.
sectors until we just saw it. There was Cranberry Bog, the forest, the mire. I saw those 3.
Making me
That's
hungry.
as much as my memory could hold. Also, Fallout Shelter.
Fallout 76 could be a
Actually,
true
sorry,
experiment
really
in
quick before we move on to
corporate.
Fallout
Yeah.
76, Todd did
Yeah,
say
you're right,
it's
Clean
always
Bird.
online.
It definitely is
Even
a
if you wanna play solo,
massive
solo
experiment
doesn't
in
bother me.
corporation.
But I mean, like, compared to, I'm trying to think, Fallout 4, you could play offline.
Yeah, that's another weird thing though. Like, because like I think a lot of Fallout players want to play solo, but it
Yeah.
seems like you're at a huge detriment if you do so. Like, how are you going to play in a server? Because he also said you don't really sign up to be in a specific server, so it doesn't seem like you can opt in and out or being like in one where everyone's solo or in one where there's teams. So if you're just like going about it, like you just want to like build shit or do the quests, and then there are teams out there, you come across like 5 people or 4 people, and they just decimate you or like they just like nuke your base. I feel like that would kind of
You won't be able to. You won't be able to do that,
Sea of
and
Thieves,
you'll
right?
get
Like, You
destroyed.
would go solo or 2-man team, and you would get spawn camped all the time by
Yeah.
a full crew. Like that's the thing that I hope they think about, and you know,
To be like dedicated solo
Mind
servers?
you, if the map's
that's
4
why you
times
have
bigger, then
dedicated
maybe you
servers.
can be a bit discreet about it, you know?
Either way,
Say there's 12
that's
people on
Fallout
your map.
76.
The
We'll
map's
see
4
more
times bigger than
tomorrow.
your usual
Our
Fallout
former
map.
GameSpot producer Daniel
Then, you know,
Dwyer
the
over at
odds you're going to
NoClip did a
actually
whole
bump into
behind-the-scenes
each other
shoot
aren't
with
that
them,
high.
And that'll be going up tomorrow.
You're careful.
And we'll also
You know?
be finishing up with press
Who knows?
conferences. But Fallout Shelter, Nintendo Switch,
and PS4
and PS4, no Xbox One.
That was
they mentioned.
unusual.
Yeah.
I figured he would go right into Xbox One, but he said no.
Well,
just on
especially
Switch.
because they're like everything's coming to everything
Tonight, like
Yeah.
maybe right now.
Although you could,
couple hours
you
from
know,
now,
if
it'll
you
be
build a
available for free
massive base,
still.
surely it's going to
Apparently
get
more people
discovered.
played Fallout Shelter than all of BGS's games combined.
120 million people.
Yeah, that's
hard to imagine. That's crazy.
Because of all the decisions
Elder
to be
Scrolls
made, as well as
Blades. I'm
companions, how's all
halfway
that going to
through
work?
the Top
Yeah.
Hour talked
I
about.
think the
Elder Scrolls
missions will
Blades,
probably be
if you
different,
pre-order
Eric.
now, later in the year,
Like
you'll
you were
be able to
saying,
play
you know
on your
when you
phones.
play
It's a
Destiny,
mobile
you
game
join up in a
set in the
fire
Elder Scrolls
team,
universe.
and you
Also,
go
you
and do
coming to
missions
your
together.
PlayStation
They
Store
might be a
and
bit like
Xbox and
that.
everything and
everything.
Go
which is
here and
weird.
I
don't know.
The gameplay they showed was all iPhone 10.
Hmm.
And it looked
Kill
very
this
much like
guy or-
Skyrim visually, but it showed like you can use the normal kind of dual analog control scheme. With your
And do you
thumbs. It
remember
looks
when
like
we were
there's
playing
actual,
Dying
like,
Light and you was
walking
playing
side to
co-op,
side
weren't we? And we were
multiple
doing
combat.
missions, and they were
He
story
said it is,
missions
you can
still.
see other
But we were just
people's
doing them together.
Worlds? This also had multiplayer aspects. Was that the part he was
You
talking about? at
can.
one
So
point?
there's a
And we would just both hear the
town-building
conversation
aspect to
separately,
it,
I
and you
think.
can go visit your mates' towns.
Yeah.
To be honest, like
And you wouldn't be able to
I like
access
the
the
Elder
next step
Scrolls.
until the other
I
player
play a lot
come
of games on
along
my
and click the
phone.
button as
I
well,
would
and then you'd
enjoy
both
this, but I
be able to
feel like
access the next step on the mission.
Poor
Do you-
iPhone 7 couldn't.
Might
Like
be
my
like
iPhone
that.
7 at this point can barely run
Right.
Twitter, so I don't know how I would be able to play this.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. Like for all the
Yeah.
like, obviously there was all the
Yeah.
comments about Command and Conquer coming out on mobile.
Might be dumbed down
It's
a
such
bit.
a huge audience, and for like, you never know. This could
Story
be the gateway
trees, how
drug
would
that
that
gets
work?
people
Yeah, if
onto
you're working with someone and
console
you go on a
games.
different story
especially
tree.
because Elder Scrolls Legends is a little more of a hardcore game, I'd say.
Yeah.
Deck
Yeah.
building is a little less,
have to
it's a
work
little
as
more
a team,
impenetrable
yeah.
than this seems to be.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Meeting mode.
Oh
is
yeah,
that
you
what
can play in
called it?
portrait mode.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
if you need a free hand, and then Todd made a masturbatory joke. It wasn't a masturbatory joke.
He said, "Get a cup of coffee." Don't
yeah.
you be putting?
That's when he called
filth?
it degenerates.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not more
a degenerate.
complex,
I just-
isn't it?
I wasn't thinking about that before you
RPG.
mentioned it, but yeah, I'll probably play
No,
this. But you
we
can
just have to
pre-order.
see. Maybe
Yeah,
get into the
so-
beta and
The
see.
idea of pre-ordering a mobile game is very foreign to me.
I'm interested to see the price point for that because, like Square Enix, whenever they put their games, their games onto mobile,
$30, $40.
they did not get the pricing right. What was the other one? Was it like BioShock on mobile as well? Was like
Oh, was it?
20 odd pounds, and so the pricing for this would be interesting to figure out. I'm like, if it's $9.99 or something,
Sure, fair.
I would pay that.
Yeah.
And then Todd moved on to say that they are working on a next-gen, one of two next-gen games. Well, he said specifically this game will be next-gen.
Yeah.
So maybe PS5, Xbox 2, or whatever are not going to be... They're not as far away as we thought. I don't know. He did not
It
give a
was just
roadmap
added
for
to
this.
Fallout
was
4. All
Starfield,
it needed was a
long-rumored
good
sci-fi,
story. It would have been great.
single-player game. That's all he said. It's supposedly an open-world Elder Scrolls Fallout game set in a sci-fi universe. All
Yeah,
it
they
showed
could have
was
brushed up on the building as well,
silhouette
couldn't
of
they?
the
They could have
planet
improved the
panned down.
building.
You saw a satellite, then it
Yeah.
cut out.
We were like, is
And
this
the
going to be it?
story,
And
and
it's
it
like, oh
would've
yeah,
been
no, that's
Yeah,
100%
obvious.
it.
It was them again. It was them admitting that it's a real thing after it's been
Yeah,
rumored for.
25
Who knows, though,
years
man?
They've had a new IP.
Could
was
be
that
really,
right?
you know, I'm excited to play it. I'm going to see how I can get on the beta.
Elder Scrolls, the first one they made, that
If
was
the game's
what other
coming out in November, the
original ones
beta
do they
should
have?
be really
Just
soon.
Elder Scrolls? Oh no, they have like Terminator games and shit too.
I'm only
but those
24, I
again
don't
are
know.
not original. And then, as if that wasn't enough, he moved on again to admit that they are making Elder Scrolls 6. They showed a brief kind of
gasp,
brief like drone shot. I'm sure that you can have drones in this next Elder Scrolls. I don't know where it's set. They didn't say, and he also said this is going to be after Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
what-
just seems so weird to me to like, they already confirmed they were making it. Like, all they did was just like hype us up and give us no information. I've never gotten so excited and then felt so let down in such a short period of time.
It's so I was talking about this before we came back. I was saying it's so anti what they did in 2015, which was Fallout Shelter's available today. Fallout Shelter or Fallout 4, all of Bethesda as a publisher only announced games that were coming before the end of 2015. Which at the time, at first, I was like, oh, I wish I would have seen more in the future. But at the same time, I also got to play most of those games several months later. This is the exact opposite. Who knows when Elder Scrolls 6 will officially be or will actually be in our hands? I don't know, 6-7 years from now.
That's the thing.
Thing
and
is
that
that,
seems to be
Eric,
at the
you
earliest.
say
if the game they're talking about, the
it'll
fact it's gonna
probably
come
have a
out
generic
before that
story and
is
just good
next gen.
gunplay again, but I don't really
I
know
feel
if
like they could have released a
people
location.
loved it
Like,
for
that
the
would have been,
gunplay.
like,
I mean,
buzz. That
people
would have been,
didn't
like,
really think the
given us a
gunplay was
tidbit
great.
and made us feel like that final announcement
Don't
like had
think.
something.
I mean, they thought
So
it was
my
better. Don't get me
initial
wrong, a
reaction
lot
was
better
High
than
Rock.
Fallout 3.
I
To
don't
the degree
know.
where
It's at
you
the
could
moment
play
the
without the
Red
VATs
Guards,
if you
one or the
wanted
other.
to,
I'm
and
not
you could
like
have a
Elder
decent,
Scrolls.
decent,
I'm
you know,
not super
run.
into Elder Scrolls lore.
I think a lot of
Um,
people like the
but
VATs. You
it
know, it's
looked
an
like it could've been
RPG,
High
isn't
Rock.
it?
I have
People
no
don't
idea.
always
I bet
want to
Reddit
run around
knows.
shooting.
Oh, Reddit will have solved this.
Yes,
like,
they will.
Being
for
it's an
sure.
RPG, and
Also,
it,
I guess
I think
that's
a lot of
good
people
segue
did, like
into
these
Elder
guys
Scrolls
said. I think a lot
Online.
of people really did enjoy the
they
VAT
showed off
system.
Somerset as we thought they would again.
And,
Behold the High Elves. This right here, this gameplay is the.
I don't know
shot
how
I
the
was
VAT
talking
system's
about.
going to
I
work
don't know,
in
I'm just saying
multiplayer.
High
I don't
Rock
think it
because
will
it
be
looks like
there.
High Rock.
We didn't see it there, did we? When those two
Red
guys were
Guard, they
fighting
already
each
made
other.
a game back in the day, probably one of Bethesda Game Studios' lowest points.
That looks
If you
beautiful.
played that game, but Elder Scrolls Online is going to have Black Marsh, home of the Argonians. We were talking about it in the pre-show, and that'll be the what was it called? Wolf.
Gonna be a
Hunter?
different
Wolf
game for
Hunter
sure.
DLC. It's going to be dungeon based, so like procedurally generated or literal. Well, if it's Elder Scrolls, it could be literal dungeons.
I reckon maybe there will be some element of randomization, maybe not completely procedurally generated, just to.
But we'll be
That
able-
seems difficult.
We'll
But
be able to see Argonian culture, and I like
should be good.
Argonians.
Are there going to be lusty Argonian maids?
Hell yeah.
That's all I want.
Hell yeah.
What was interesting as well is 11 million players, 1 million of those in the last year alone.
Mm.
That is impressive numbers.
That's cool.
Morrowind,
It is
Somerset
impressive.
helped,
11 million.
especially Morrowind. I would say
Yeah.
for people that have been yearning for a return to there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to get into Elder Scrolls Online for a long time, and I might do it now.
Well, now with
Not
Xbox
now.
Game Pass, you can. Yeah.
Thanks. Phil Spencer's under the table pops out to say hi. Just kidding. He's not here. I would very much like to get into this game. I don't know that I'll have time.
This guy has time. He makes it and then goes home and plays it.
Yeah.
Which is a bald-faced lie.
Is that what he said? He was leaving to go play?
No, he says I work on. This is the game he makes, and every day he goes home to play more Elder Scrolls Online.
Maybe he does like the
Maybe
game.
he does.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, man, there's a lot. Okay, last minute thoughts on Bethesda Game Studios. Todd Howard. Before I move on, Jess, you seem like you were a bit let down after the announcements.
Yeah, I don't know. Just tell us something. Like, if you're gonna say something,
It's a bit of a
I don't
bittersweet
know.
thing.
But even like because I kind of feel the same about 76 as well. It's just like I don't feel like we got a solid sense of anything. It was just like stuff we kind of already.
Yeah,
knew,
no,
and then
I
just,
know.
like, little
Yeah,
teasers without like.
I get your point, man.
confirmed
I
stuff.
totally
hope
agree,
all
Eric.
this-
I mean,
Todd brought it up himself. We need.
I was
answers to
saying
these
that.
questions. Like we need the VATS answers. We need like how a
It-
server's gonna work.
yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna make it.
I mean,
better.
despite
I
the questions
agree,
we still
man.
do have about Fallout
Yeah.
76, I appreciate the fact that he did get right to those points.
Yeah.
I wish BioWare did that with Anthem, because I still have no idea what the hell they're doing with that.
So
It looks cool.
I mean,
and
they've lost a
get
lot
that
of the
their
gunplay, haven't
general
they?
vibe they're
Because
going
they
for.
won't have the VATS,
Still a
so
lot
they
of
won't
questions
have
that
that.
felt unanswered. I don't know. What do you think of
It may have
Bethesda
better,
Game Studios
made the
announcements?
mechanically, it may move better and work
I've
better.
accepted that,
But
like Fallout 76 is not really a game for me. It's not one that I'm particularly excited about, but like I fully appreciate his candor.
I think
in
it's
coming
just
out
so
and,
far out there, man.
You know,
we just
taking
have
the
to play it
piss
to
out of
kind of
themselves with that Skyrim
understand
Every
what
Day
it's
Salvation
about,
was
get a
great.
good opinion on it.
So much time for that.
I really would love
it
to
when
play it.
developers are able to laugh at themselves like that.
With,
Who knows?
With
Keegan. Keegan Michael Key, thank you.
Yeah.
Not
It's going to
Jordan
be a
Peele,
very
who's the
different
director.
experience, that's for sure.
I really enjoyed that, and I liked that they finally came out and said that we're gonna have, you know,
And if you're
Starfield
saying the
and
gunplay
Elder
wasn't
Scrolls
that great
6,
either, then
like,
all they have is
that's
the
good.
world.
Like,
That,
that's
yeah,
the stuff that I'm more interested in.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying,
to be
yeah.
honest, I am legit a little bit sad that I can't play Skyrim.
It's-
on
yeah,
my
it's a
iPad.
big-
like,
big
yeah,
experiment for them, really.
I've been traveling for
Like
like a
Clean
month,
Bird
and
said,
I've
it's a
been without
cooperative
my Alexa,
experiment,
and
Fallout
genuinely one
76.
day I said out loud, like, Alexa, what time is my alarm set for? And no one responded.
Crickets.
And it's just
silence.
and I, you know, it's kind of a depressing over-reliance on technology.
This is how Skynet started.
Well, you know, we
You've
had-
never even seen Terminator 2.
What?
I've seen Terminator.
Don't do that to me.
It's a running joke. People in the office
If
here
they
were
would
not
have
entirely
just improved
convinced that was a
upon
joke, the Alexa thing, until
those
like,
things,
it
imagine
really
how
starts
great
saying,
the game
coming
could have been,
Very
yeah.
special edition. That was what it
Yeah.
took. But like, it also said that coming
And
to
the
smart
fridges.
fridges.
I mean,
Wow, what
as soon as I saw Key, I was like, this isn't
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
real.
It's a risk, isn't it?
Yeah.
But though, if
man,
it's
there's a
great
lot
and it
of that.
takes
You talk
off,
about
it
Elder
would be
Scrolls
massive,
Online.
won't it?
Let's go back to the. Yeah, Doom.
Maybe
2.
they
Or no,
needed
sorry,
to
Doom
change
Eternal.
as well.
But it is a
Maybe they
sequel.
they
Hugo
just
Bond and
needed
Marty
to
Stratton came
something
up on
different,
stage.
something that
At first,
excited
we were
them.
kind of worried that because that subtitle
The
might
worst
be a
thing they
weird
can do is just
offshoot.
Sure.
But no, it's a sequel.
keep
And
doing
you were
something
talking
that's
right
not
before they
really
showed a lot of
turning
stuff
them
that
on, you
the
know.
Subtitle for which game was it?
I don't know.
Doom 2.
It's
Hell on
the
Earth.
original Doom 2.
Original Doom,
It's
Doom
called
2
Hell
called
on
Hell on
Earth.
Earth. And
Don't get
apparently, like,
disappointed
his
yet,
interview
buddy.
behind
Just
stage
wait to see what
months
it's
ago
like
where he
first. You
said-
might
he
really
was
enjoy
talking
it.
about E3, and he said, yeah, E3 is really hell on earth for all of us here at Bethesda. Making
Yes,
a
no,
joke about how
Nintendo
busy they
is
are. He
on
was-
Tuesday.
Oh, come on, Pete.
And Nintendo is not not Monday, but Tuesday.
first one was, and
But you got to remember,
the idea
Quentin,
of
it's for me.
supposedly going to a bigger
it's
scale.
Monday.
He's just destroyed
For
cities.
you, it's still
I'm super
Sunday.
into it. And also, we can't hear it.
So it's 2
now.
days for you.
We can't, but the music was on.
But for me, it's
If you didn't
one
get
day.
a chance to watch this trailer, go watch it. It's
Was
very much just the
on
teaser.
point. Looks sick.
A lot of the iconic enemies. I don't know if did we see a Caco demon here or there.
Well, they said they're going to be twice as many enemy variety as before.
Oh, I thought he just meant there was gonna. Okay, I
I
thought
you
he
mean
meant
like the number of
quantity. Yeah. I was like, how do you count that?
We've dialed it up.
Respawn.
Hell on Earth,
And
look at
yeah,
that.
So Doom Eternal.
Look
They
at
didn't
that.
give a- did they give
I
a
can't
release window
wait.
for that? They
I
did
can't
not.
wait
We
to
will
be
see
let
more
loose
quick
in that
ones.
place.
Super
Yeah,
shotgun.
quick.
The new
Shooting
Eternal
demons,
still gives
man. I
me
can't
that
wait to get
pause.
back
I still
into that
feel like
game.
that is
Metapause?
yeah.
Sorry.
I still feel like it's trying to indicate that there's something different about this game. Like eternal is not a
yeah.
word that you use without cause.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just. Yeah.
That's true.
That
I
little
assume they're
symbol
just-
as well.
I assumed it was just to avoid. Not that many people would confuse it with the the original Doom 2, but I don't
No,
know.
they could use a different subtitle. Eternal means a thing, right? They obviously chose that
Mechanically.
word for a reason.
Yeah.
76.
Could be.
What?
I was kidding. 76 was also it wasn't just like a direct.
It wasn't thematically.
No,
I
it
thought it
is.
made sense or something.
I don't know. and running through all these things. Quake Champions, we saw more of. Nothing really new there.
I don't know, because
That's
there's
right, free
nothing
week,
like.
if you get it, then you
I
keep it
think
forever.
that's
Does that
also.
sound like?
If
Yeah,
you play it
I
during the
think-
free week.
If you play it
Yeah,
during the free
that was
week,
it.
then you just get to keep
I
it.
won't be buying
Yeah,
this
that's good.
Fallout. Oh
I
man,
didn't see
oh
anything
boy.
that made me more interested than I was.
Don't know yet,
during
buddy.
the pre-show.
Looks
Which
like
It's
it.
was not
different.
much.
It's going to be a
Again,
different
I
game.
don't-
It
it's
could
such a weird
work.
game
It
to
could be
compare it
really
to
good.
because
We just need to get on the
it
beta.
doesn't have the brand
We need to get
recognition.
we need to
But
get
Lawbreakers
registered
did
for the
do well. I
beta
feel like that was the most
quick as
recent,
possible.
Like, I know that was very much class-based.
So that
maybe
because if
not
it's
as
out in
pure
November, the
team
beta's going to be
deathmatch
really soon.
multiplayer-oriented as
So as long as we can
Quake
get
Champions is seeming to be going back
it's
to
online
its roots, but I
mode,
just
yeah, it
still
will be
wonder-
online
I
mode
hope it
only,
does
man.
well,
He
but
said entirely
I wonder if
online,
there's space
so
for that kind of
even
game
if you want to
in
play
this current
single,
landscape.
Yeah, make
if
it
you want to
battle
play on your
royale.
own, you're still going to be on a server with other people.
Actually, Quake Champions.
But you
like,
got to
we'll talk
remember,
about it. I can
like,
see
there's
it
going to
too.
be what
Yeah.
about 12
I got a
people. He
smart
said
jar.
about a dozen people on
Prey,
one server,
I'm conflicted on
and
this. I was
the
pretty
map's
excited
4
to
times
see it.
bigger than the original
A
Fallout map.
lot,
So
actually.
you
I
know
thought it
you
would just be
might.
one.
It's gonna. You're
not
not going to
all
see
I was
people
hoping for.
everywhere.
And
But
you got
there's
2 chances at getting something.
12
for it.
people on a map
Yeah.
4
Right, it
times
was- there's- so the first one
size
they
of
showed was
the
Prey Moon
the last
Crash,
Fallout
which,
map.
much like ESO Wolf Hunter, sounds like it's. See, they said this is you're dropping onto the moon, and you have a different scenario each time. You're trying to just escape. Sounds like procedural generation.
I hope they add the Doom online guns into it.
Base game. That like purple lightsaber pen thing was new.
What, the Doom guns
Whatever that was,
into
knowing Prey
Fallout?
was some like sort of contextual engineering tool.
Good idea.
But this is the first. This is available tonight as well.
Yeah.
Like right
Are you
now.
talking
maybe,
about
or in a
Fallout
couple
there,
hours,
Quinn?
which God, the timing of that. I have to fly out
crazy.
tomorrow.
Do us no
We both
favors.
do. A lot of us do. But this, I'm surprised.
I gotta
Like,
get me that
I was hoping
T51
for story
helmet.
mode. I think the base game itself, the story is fine. It didn't need an additional chapter, but I'm still surprised to see them going for what seems to be very combat oriented. And what's to say?
Not
that
my
there
cup
won't
of
be
tea.
a lot
I
of
actually
stealth
just
and
spent my
sneaking
money
around.
for
That's just
Fallout
kinda boring to
76
show during
different
E3.
games.
Yeah. I'd say
You
that's
love
probably the way, 'cause they
multiplayer,
said,
Vault
you know,
Boy.
I mean,
You
obviously
enjoy
Prey
multiplayer.
Mechanically is about playing your
You
way.
love
and
multiplayer
they did
games.
emphasize that a few times. So hopefully it is that, because yeah, it does look like shoot your way through. Oh,
Yeah.
you lost, shoot your way through. But I'm sure it's not.
No, I don't know.
Here's what
But
I
they
think. I
also
think you
released,
just really
another,
wanted
like, a
that
bunch of
Fallout
updates, so
single player
you've
experience.
got,
Yeah,
a
you
new
really had in your
story.
head what you
There's,
wanted.
Like, you boot up the
And
game
it's
now,
not
there's 3
that.
options available.
So now
New
you're
story,
just
New Game Plus,
you're a
and
bit
survival.
annoyed,
Moon
feeling a
Crash,
bit
but there's
better.
also going to be Typhon Hunter later this
And you
summer,
don't want
they
to
said,
you don't want
which
it.
This is one of
but
as
give
we
it a few
predicted, the
days
VR
when it sinks in,
But it's
and I
also-
think
it
you'll
doesn't
still
have to
be
VR,
excited
it's,
for it.
What's the term?
I
Asymmetrical.
think you will. I think you'll
Multiplayer.
still
One
want it.
person plays as a Typhon.
Do you
It's
love
all their
multiplayer
alternatives,
games,
basically.
Vault
Yeah,
Boy?
one person plays as a hunter, the other plays as mimics.
Just gonna be
right here.
different.
I don't know if they showed that footage.
It
during
could be
Moon
good.
Crash, but 5 versus 1. 5 people will be playing as mimics, trying to avoid getting killed by that hunter. who
I'm not
gonna
sad.
get
I just
timed
gotta
and you have
wait
a set
till it's
amount
on
of time. Like you
sale.
said, it's very similar to Evolve. That's cool. I like
a
it.
cute idea.
Again, I would not have thought they would put multiplayer into Prey.
Yeah.
Especially Arcane. When's the last time they did multiplayer? Did they?
I don't think they...
Dark Messiah was their first game of Might and Magic. Then they went on to
Old school.
Nothing
yeah.
like that.
I don't think they've. I could be completely wrong. I'll fact check it later. I know that's professional of me.
No,
but I
I
don't think there's
won't.
been multiplayer from Arcane.
No.
If
See
you
how that
lose
goes,
an
it sounds
internet
cool.
connection, you can't play it, and I'm not. Yeah,
Like, if
those
it's gonna
games, yeah, you
become-
can't even.
Like you can, you
Those
have
games
to
you
own
can't
a copy
even
of Prey just to
start them
access it. Like, it's not
until
gonna
you
be its
connect on the
own-
internet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How many
They
people
don't
are
even
still
let
gonna
you
be
start because
That's
you
what
need
I.
to
That's
straight
probably
away.
the surprise. I mean, they said that'll also be in VR. That's even smaller of an audience. How many people will be playing Typhon Hunter in VR? But that might be. They made it sound like that'll be a standalone thing. Typhon Hunter VR.
Yeah.
It could have
Yeah.
been great, mate. They
Kinda
just
vague
needed
on
a
it, but,
story.
yeah, if you go play Prey tonight, there'll be New Game Plus, and then there'll be Moon Crash, the survival.
I
mode,
think what the fans,
as well as
Fallout
Fallout
fans,
Shelter.
really wanted
There's a lot going on tonight. What did we see earlier today during Microsoft?
is
I
another
don't know,
is a
bunch of
good
games,
Fallout.
Xbox
Is a good
games.
story like New Vegas, you
it's getting
know.
late in the
Rage
day.
2 yet.
Yeah, Rage 2. That was
But
the
in West
beginning of the show,
Virginia.
and Andrew WK came on to ask if people people were ready to rage. I don't think they were.
I was ready
he
to
played
rage.
The song. Yeah, you were dancing.
I was ready.
Rage 2. I just said something I was totally not supposed to. Thank God I stopped myself. Rage 2. They showed us a mission. That was what we predicted. They
Can't
showed us
mod it.
gameplay. They showed us.
That's true, man.
A mission. It was
no
what, 3
mods
minutes?
because
Yeah,
if
it was
it's
like 3 or
if
4
it's
minutes. You could tell it
online,
was
they're not
chopped
going
up
to allow
too.
for
Yeah.
mods,
Yeah.
are they?
Seamless gameplay.
What did it show? It showed like vehicle, like they were going to a location.
If it's
There was a little
competitive
bit of
online, they're
combat,
not gonna
yeah.
they're
We
not
saw,
gonna let
you know, this
people
variety of worlds that they were showing us.
Yeah.
mod it because it's on their
worlds,
servers.
environments. I'm still a bit hesitant because all of this is chopped.
I'm
conveniently
mate,
chopped
I'm
up,
just
and this
I'm
game is
frustrated
supposed to
just
be all
thinking about it.
Getting from A to B and the crazy shit that happens between then and there.
Like an
Yeah.
actual open world game as opposed to the one in 2009, which is very, I don't know.
It
I
was
guess
more
it's
linear.
explorable, but yeah,
Not really
linear
linear.
open.
Yeah,
Naughty Dog.
I think this
whatever
is
they
like the
say.
general feeling of Fallout fans. Do you think a lot of them are
let's
going to
say
be
I am
really, really
still
frustrated
waiting
about this?
to see more of this game.
Yeah.
Before I get too excited about it, I think again I'm like excited about the potential of a collaboration.
This looks
between
good
the
though.
likes of id and Avalanche.
On the bright side,
So
Rage 2 looks
My
good.
imagination's running wild. I just want to see whether or not it's the game can live up to it.
Yeah.
This is a good
Probably
start.
no
Like, this
VATS.
stuff right
Can't see
here,
how that could work.
I
Yeah,
like,
I
'cause
can't
the
see
Mad
how
Max
VATS
game,
would
I
work
thought
in
was really good.
multiplayer,
This
and
is
also they
different,
didn't show
but
VATS in that
definitely seems to
multiplayer matchup, did
showcase
they?
Similar,
I
development
can't see how
talents.
VATS
It's
would
funny
work.
looking at the firefight that ensues that reminded me of Doom, in which you are constantly moving
I'm
forward.
slaying
They
drugs
literally
either.
designed it
Yeah.
to keep you moving forward. You start to back up, you start to get hit a lot more.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was what they were going for. It looked like you were constantly moving. It did not look like you were trying to take cover too much.
Yeah.
It looked like you're very
No.
much just frenetic
Yeah.
Movement, aggressive.
Yeah,
That's a
enemies
good
are kinda
point, man.
also
I haven't
hanging
thought about that.
around.
All
Yeah.
the drugs and all the perks and stuff. I haven't
Yeah.
thought about that.
Trying to
How's that
get
going to
themselves-
work?
And one of the things I
What
love
about my
the original Rage
jet?
2 was the
About
AI
my jet
was so
addiction? How am I
intelligent
gonna-
and adaptive?
The original Rage.
What
How am
did
I
say,
going to
dude?
top up
Rage
on
2.
that?
Sorry, the original Rage.
Yeah. And then you just got the wing glaive there. I think it's called
Wing
stick?
Wing stick. Thank you. Which was from that first game. I remember a very quick side note. One of the achievements back in my achievement hunting days on 360
Oh,
that
yeah.
took me forever to get was getting beating the 5-finger fillet.
They were going to show the
In
collector's edition.
Red Dead
No
They were
VATS,
about to
no
show
mod
that-
story is going
no,
to suck
there was
because
one in
it'll be
that-
online
right,
story
right.
mode.
The one
It's
in-
I was gonna say,
The
that's
one
a
in
weird
Rage, you had to
segue.
actually press A every time.
Oh, right.
The one in Red Dead was a little bit more different. Yeah, we just cut it when they were about to show that collector's edition. So that's a real thing.
The
Seems
big
like it.
mouth
That
Billy
wasn't just
Bass.
part of
So
the.
weird.
I thought so. If I hadn't seen it, there was like a leak earlier today or something.
I
where people were
mean-
tweeting that photo of the talking head.
I mean, who
on the wall
here
or
has
something for
played
$120
Elder Scrolls
bucks.
Online?
If I hadn't seen that earlier, I would have thought that was just a joke for within.
I know
the
this new
trailer.
Fallout game
But
isn't
apparently
an
that's a real
MMO,
thing.
but I mean,
I don't know why.
who's
I would-
played
anybody
Elder
would want that
Scrolls
on a wall.
Online?
Because
Uh,
video
And
games.
if you have,
dude,
tell me,
Yeah,
is the
I'd
story
rather have
good
the
in that
T50 one
game?
though.
Is there
Either
really
way,
interesting story
if
campaigns you can
the
do with your
trailer
friends?
Within this trailer is to be believed.
But I'm guessing that
then you
they're
can get a
not multiple
$120
choice
edition with the
stories, are
weird
they?
mutated-
Because they can't be if it's
That's what you
multiplayer.
Rage 2 enemy. Yeah, then they went
Unless they
in
have
this,
some kind
like,
of voting
lunar
system.
landing
If you're in a
thing came
party
down
of,
at the end. I don't
if
even
you're in
know
a
what
party
that
of
was,
4,
landing
then
craft. So that's Rage 2. Still a lot of questions about that game. Time frame? Do we know yet? Anything
year.
about
Next
that?
year.
Next year, 20,000.
2019.
2019. Okay, we went through Quake Champions, Prey, Rage 2. Oh, Elder Scrolls Legends coming to Switch, PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah,
the, card,
that'll-
the deck
Switch.
building.
That'll be
Yeah.
good. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That's where
Um,
a card game needs to be.
Yes, and it is currently on mobile. Well, no, so like yes,
mobile and
but it'll be
PC.
And PC.
and it'll be free on these platforms as well, or is that's not free?
I think
I'm
they said
thinking-
your stuff.
they
carries
just
over
said,
if you
didn't
are-
they,
Okay,
that
gotcha. So if you
on
already own
Elder
it.
Scrolls,
Also, Wolfenstein.
on the online
Youngblood.
Elder Scrolls, it's really
Two
hard to
sisters,
kind of
looks like they were
They
wearing
get into the
BTS
story
ones.
because
Twins, yeah.
multiplayer
Yes, and
aspect.
I always forget the name of that
takes
suit.
something
the armor.
away
It's a very
from the
Hebrew
story.
name, but they're both wearing that armor
So-
from Wolfenstein. The end of Wolfenstein.
gonna be different.
Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Looks like you'll be killing more
I'm up for it.
Nazis.
In
Jens Matthews
Paris.
came on
I'm
stage
not-
in Paris. Yes.
I'm not
Yeah.
jumping
In
to
the
In the 80s,
conclusions
yeah, there's
yet.
synth soundtrack driving this whole
Never
thing.
know what
So it's
Bethesda's got up their
Wolfenstein Blood
sleeve.
Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was the,
Pretty
was
But
it
it's
the
unique.
joke?
They said it's
Blood
unlike
Dragon.
anything else.
Is this like the
Who
old
knows
Blood
what they've
standalone,
done?
did they say? Or is this going to be you have to own New Colossus? Or did
And
they
who
not
knows?
specify?
Said.
Okay.
I
just kind of said
would
it
be
was coming.
surprised if it's not a standalone.
Yeah.
It seems too different. I
And we
love
just
that
joined
it's co-op. I think
similarities
that's
to other
great.
multiplayer games, but who knows?
it
Maybe
looks
they've
like a lot
maybe
of
they've
fun.
got a
Yeah,
whole.
first time Machine Games has done co-op with their Wolfensteins.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's nice to see him do something
I'm
different.
looking forward to this. And then also
Like
as
FFS Bethesda, you had one job.
or a Wolfenstein VR experience.
I know. You
Does that have a name?
Cyberpilot.
Thank you,
Cyberpilot.
Cyberpilot. Do we know anything about that outside of the fact it's going to be Wolfenstein in VR?
You are some kind of hacker and you can turn Nazi robots against their masters.
Nice.
And then Pete said something very, reinforcing the idea that Nazis are not welcome. So
Oh yeah.
good on them.
He does that all the time.
Mhm.
All right. I think that's everything. Announcement
that
wise.
is everything.
I'll go through again.
Yeah.
Jess, what was your highlight of the show?
Ooh.
Announcement or gameplay or otherwise?
What was my highlight? I mean, look, I'm still happy there was a 3-second acknowledgement of Elder Scrolls, because if there had been another year of like not even like a visual acknowledgement of Elder Scrolls 6 at E3, I think like very old school ES fans like me would have rioted. But I mean, while I still am not sure where I land on it, it was nice to see a lot more about Fallout 76. It was nice to see them start to answer those questions, and I'll be interested to see how it unravels when we know more about it. I think it could be a ton of fun, and that's really
it
cool.
doesn't go pacey.
Lucy, what about you?
Oh, that'd be
For me, my favorite announcement was Wolfenstein. I'm a big Wolfenstein fan, and I'm dying to play that game in co-op with some
Cyberpilot?
friends. Of course, you know how much I love VR.
Just kidding.
I can't actually play VR because I get incredibly motion sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bummer.
But also highlight Todd Howard's jacket and shoe combination.
Yeah.
Like he came out, we all just went, looking good.
He's got some announcements up his leather sleeves.
Yeah. But no, for real, like good conference for Bethesda, I thought.
What about you, Peter?
I said it wasn't going to happen, so I have to say it was Doom because it was surprising, caught me off guard, and I'm just,
Eternal.
I'd like to have more of that game for sure.
Yeah, despite the fact that they
Yeah,
were
that's
kind
a
of
good
more just
thing,
acknowledging
Eric.
the elephant in the room. I really liked
Wolfenstein
Elder
co-op
Scrolls 6,
game.
Starfield. I'm
That's
really,
gonna be so much fun.
I'm eager to see
Must
how
be excited about
put
that.
BGS single player.
You like
open world RPG
Wolfenstein?
formula, assuming that's what it'll be. He did say it's single player. Assuming it'll be open world. I'm pretty excited for that when we see it on next gen consoles, as they said we would, or next gen.
It
Whatever
feels
that
crazy
ends
to
up
think
being.
that we're already thinking of next gen.
Yeah, I mean, all those like light rumors about the PS5 based on a few development teams said 2021, but it sounds like, I don't know, based off this, if you said that we're working on this for next gen, maybe it's earlier than that. I don't even know what year it is now. 2018?
The year of our Lord.
What
Yeah.
year is it?
Is that Jumanji reference?
Yeah.
That was a
Mate,
weird.
seriously, imagine it could have been great, a great open world.
But
yes.
anyways, that's Bethesda,
Mercy
their longest
story and
conference
building
ever.
your
A lot
own
of
home
announcements.
settlements
All
is
in all,
just
it seems like it is very
story.
opposite of what I have come to know in Bethesda do at E3 and announce games that are pretty close on
Bit
the
off,
horizon.
man, but-
These ones are nowhere near it when you're talking about Elder Scrolls 6
I
or
just think they
Starfield.
wanted to do
But
something different.
Again, it's nice that they admitted that those exist and we
Yeah.
don't have to keep pretending it's just a poorly kept secret or keep acting on a poorly kept secret.
When people want to do something
But
different, they have to
tomorrow
do
morning we
something
start at
different.
9:30
They keep doing the
Pacific
same
for
thing, then
Square
it
Enix's
just becomes
press
stale.
conference. We'll be
What
hosting
probably
that,
would
and
have
then we're
happened
flying
is
down.
if they
We're
would have
flying
done the
down
same
later today,
thing,
we're flying down
tomorrow
it
morning.
would have it might have
we've been
just
covering
been
press
even
conferences
worse.
San
It
Francisco,
might have
but
just been a
we
very
will start
stale
the
game.
actual,
because
demos
they really.
the next day.
I mean, he
There's
said we
also
wanted
Sony
to do
later
something
today tomorrow.
different with
Kelly
the
Foggy, Michael Hyam,
science
and the
fiction
rest of the team
RPG
that's
they're
remaining
doing.
behind for a
Star,
few more hours will stay
Star
here.
Child or
And
StarCraft,
Ubisoft
whatever
shit,
it's
3
called.
tomorrow.
And Nintendo.
So you know,
And
if
then
they
Nintendo,
if they
their Direct on
didn't want to
Tuesday, I
do
believe we're
another
gonna be,
Fallout game the
shooting,
same
like a
as
post-reaction
3 and
kind of thing.
4,
A few of us.
I think you're right, Michael.
then
in our,
because it
news
would have just been
war room, as we
stale,
call
man.
it.
Wouldn't have even been
Anyway,
good.
thank you so much for joining, and again, we'll see you
'Cause,
tomorrow
you know,
morning for Square
you have
Enix.
to be
We'll be back,
infused, don't you,
see
to
some
make a
Kingdom
good game.
Hearts,
They have to
some
be
Just
excited
Cause
about
4,
it. If they're not
Rise of
excited
Tomb-
about
Shadow
doing
Tomb
it, then
Raider,
it's
among
not
other
going to be
things.
an
Thank you so much for
exciting
everybody
game.
that replied on Twitter. We'll be doing the same
I
thing
think the
tomorrow.
the
If at some
StarCraft
point
one will be really
tonight,
good
tomorrow,
because
you
I
wanna
think they're
respond
excited to do it. They're
would be
excited
I'll be
about
tweeting
it.
it out in
Yes.
the morning or
But
use the hashtag.
I just think they just wanted to do
GameSpot.
something
Lucy
different.
Games,
And what can you do?
But
You know,
yeah, or just respond to GameSpot. But thank you so much for everybody who
it's like a
participated.
musician,
Thanks
isn't
for
it?
everybody who
Makes an
stayed up
album
late. If you're on the
and
East
just
Coast
gets
or
bored of
farther
playing that kind of
east,
music.
across the pond,
And everyone
it's
wants to
very
hear
late
that kind
or
of
early,
music
depending
again,
on how you
more
look at it.
refined, but
And
they're
we will
bored
see
of
everybody
it.
in the morning.
And they
Thanks for
want to do
stopping
something
by.
more experimental, and they go off
Good
and
night.
do something more experimental. You know, they go that way, and maybe they learn new things, and then maybe it's a great album. You know. It's like Bob Dylan, man. I hate to draw the similarity between Bob Dylan and Bethesda, but Bob Dylan was doing all these albums on his acoustic guitar, right? And then all of a sudden he said, "I'm bored of playing the acoustic guitar now. I want to do something different." So he did a tour, did an album with an electric guitar, and had an electric band. Played his first gig, and literally the crowd just booed and threw things at him. Some of them walked off, they cursed at him, they give him so much abuse because he'd done something different, you know, and they all wanted to see him do what he does, is acoustic music. And he did something different, and he hit a massive backlash, and he got loads of abuse. There's a documentary that covers it. Martin Scorsese did a documentary about it. But after that, you know, he come out with some amazing stuff, you know, amazing songs, and it was electric stuff. But then people just went with it, and they grew to love it. That's only made a lot of hits, a lot of amazing tunes, like legendary epic albums that were electric after that. He didn't want to stay acoustic all his life. He wanted to do something different. I guess Bethesda just went different, maybe. That's why they've done it. Who knows? Yeah, there's nothing like it. But when you've been spending years and years making those games, and you're doing them, and you're making the same kind of game, and you're working on the same kind of game, maybe to excite you and to excite your team, you need to do something different so that you'll become infused. Think, okay, yeah, let's get. It takes years and years of work to make a Fallout game like that. Years. You've done Fallout 3, you've done Fallout 4, and you think, I don't really want to do another game like that. It doesn't excite us. You know, we're not growing by doing that, maybe. I don't know. But that's what happens when you create, isn't it? Artists do, it's what musicians do, it's what even game developers do. And sometimes they get stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again. They get stuck in it, and then it ends up becoming stale. Because they're not infused by it, so. No, mate, online and single. Terrible. Online and. Yeah, exactly. They wanted to do something different. That's why they're completely different. It's exciting for them, isn't it? If they've never done an online game, they'd keep doing the single player game. It's really exciting for them to think, okay, let's do an online game. That would excite you as a developer if you've never done it. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. I'm gonna be back with tomorrow. I think it's Sony's, Square Enix, and Ubisoft tomorrow. Oh, you can see it right there. It's this one. Tomorrow we got 3. Sony's at this time, the same time Bethesda's was. Ubisoft before that, and then Square Enix. They could have, man. They could have, but they obviously didn't want to do that. They didn't want to create the same game, I guess. They did something different. I mean, I'm not saying whether they made the right decision or the wrong decision. I don't know. They obviously made the right decision for them. You know, that's what they want to do, I guess. You know, they've earned that freedom, haven't they? They have earned it because they've got the money to do it. You know, they've made the money, so they've earned the freedom to make whatever game they want to make, really. You know, and they're trying to stretch out, make something new. You know, as well, they're ambitious, man. Bethesda are ambitious. They're always trying to do new stuff. Always doing new things, aren't they? And I guess if you're part of a development team, it's quite a you must always have that desire to make a great multiplayer game. You know, because it's quite hard. I think it's really hard to do, but it's a big achievement if you can do really good multiplayer. Maybe they just want to go for that. They want to. Who knows, man? It could be amazing. It could be a great game, or maybe the next Fallout will be that, Eric. Maybe the next Fallout will be a more refined story or a refined version of Fallout 4, like a better story. Some people were saying even Fallout 4 they were going in the wrong direction. They were going more towards they were moving away from the RPG elements that made Fallout so attractive. They were taking it more kind of towards more of a pop culture way. Fallout 4, making it more of an FPS rather than you know, an RPG based, you know. So making a good multiplayer game is all luck. Hard though, man, isn't it? Tough one. But I mean, most people that want to make a good multiplayer game, they want to get it on. They want to get it on the gaming circuit, don't they? They want to make a good multiplayer game that people want to play competitively. But surely they're not. They haven't got those sites with this game. So it's kind of interesting what their aims are with it, really. Maybe they do want it to be a competitive multiplayer, but I doubt that. It doesn't seem like that kind of game, does it? I mean, Titanfall is one of the biggest examples. Yeah, Titanfall was decent. Tough. I think it's one of the hardest genres to crack, gaming, isn't it? That competitive multiplayer circuit. So many people try and do it. It's like what we were saying about Gearbox, you know? They spent all that money making Battleborn, put it together, and then along come Overwatch and just took away all the player base. The game, no one plays it. No one plays Battleborn. They all play Overwatch. Those players that want that kind of experience play Overwatch. So competitive. Who knows? Bethesda never changes. It's weird, isn't it? Like, what is going to draw you now to play that Fallout 76? Is it the multiplayer aspect? Because it's all multiplayer. So is that going to draw you in? And then if you think it is the multiplayer aspect that's going to draw me in to play Fallout 76, then you think about like what other games compete. Because multiplayer games are all about like you've got to be better than your competitor. So many games competing for the same ground when it comes to multiplayer gaming. But though, you know, what games are really going to compete with Fallout 76? What similar games are there out there? They said it's a very unique multiplayer experience, so maybe there aren't no competitors in that genre. Maybe it hits a whole new kind of scene and player. I don't know. I mean, the Division, maybe the Division 2. Looks like you're getting fire teams. I don't know. You're getting fire teams in a division, don't you? Teams of 4. Who knows? Definitely striking out on new ground, though. Best of luck to them, man. I just want to get signed up for the beta, and we can see what it's all about. I'm only interested in a single player Fallout. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still falling. I think a lot of people are, you know. But though, have you ever played a multiplayer Fallout game? We're only interested in what we know. But something's going to come that we don't know. So when we know that what we don't know, things might change. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's unknown. So I mean, we think about what we want and we can only think about things that we're aware of, that we know, you know. We don't really know this game, so we don't know whether we want it or we don't want it. Not until we've played it or seen more. Who knows? But I agree, like a lot of people they want a single player experience. It'd be interesting to see the backlash, wouldn't it, of that on YouTube. See how many hate videos go up on YouTube. Such a trend now, isn't it? People putting hate videos up on YouTube about this and why this is trash and why that's trash. I reckon there might be a few. It'd be interesting to see. I think there will be a lot of disappointed Fallout. There'll be videos going up tomorrow. You'll just see all these titles. Fallout 76. Why Bethesda screwed it up. Why Bethesda totally destroyed the Fallout. Guys, we can let this play us out. It's the theme. It's the Fallout theme. Take Me Home Country Roads. You know the song that they used for the trailer? But it's that done in an 8-bit version. So 8-bit was like a retro, say the retro games consoles like the Sega Master System. I think the Sega Master System was 16-bit. So 8-bit would have been before, maybe like the Commodore 64 maybe was 8-bit. And people take that program that was used to create the songs for those 8-bit computers and they do covers. And this is a cover of Country Roads. So it's like an old, basically a song done in old vintage retro computer game music. Alright guys, see you. I hope you're not too disappointed about Fallout. I know you are, but it could be better than you think it's gonna be. I feel like the more I say, the more annoyed you get. More annoyed that I'm making you. Like 4:47 AM. Well, Ubisoft tomorrow. Eric, that might cheer you up. You like Ubisoft. Ubisoft tomorrow. I'm going to have to listen to John Mayer after this. Still down, man. Ubisoft tomorrow, Eric. That'll cheer you up. Anyway. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks. It's been really fun streaming this. Chatting to you all. Really enjoyed it. And it's only day one, really, of E3. I know it's kind of day 2, but EA did theirs a little bit before it started. I think officially it's day 1 still. Day 2 is about to start. So I will see you all for day 2. Very much. Take care. See you tomorrow. I'll be on early tomorrow. I'll be streaming lots of P3 stuff before the conference. I think I'll be streaming like a stage, probably like a, because GameSpot have a stage and they bring on developers that have created games. They just interview them and they show their game. And I'll probably be streaming that as well. And then I'll do the conference. Good night, mate. See you tomorrow. Terrible starting day. Oh, man. Oh. Matthew. Okay, see you.